And we're in.
Hey, there we are.
How we looking? How we doing? How we doing? All right.
How we looking? How we sounding? How we doing?
We look great.
Yeah, we do.
We look crystal clean.
Yeah, we do.
Beautiful.
Clean boys.
What's up, everybody?
Heroes and villains. Thank you for joining us once again, or maybe for the very first time, this episode of the Umbra Initiative.
Woo-hoo.
This is our second episode, people. So, we made it this far.
We did.
That's twice as many episodes as we had last week.
Wow.
Last week went great.
Your math is
It did.
impeccable.
Yeah, last week was wonderful.
Yeah, we had a great first episode.
Cannot wait.
Thank
to
you
play
all
more.
for joining us today. If it's your first time here, hello, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the first episode if you watched it. If not, don't worry, we got a little recap. Then you can go watch it at Twitch or youtube.com/keeptappinets, or you can look us up on Spotify, look up the Umbra Initiative, Keep Tappinets, and you'll find us. And
Before we start, I'm just gonna plug our merch. Oh, we have merch.
Yeah.
oh yeah, we have merch.
We have t-shirts.
Before we introduce ourselves, you're right, talk about merch.
Yeah. We have t-shirts. We have hoodies. We have hats. We have beanies, and you can go to our merch store with this link that is in the chat right now.
Damn, look at that, fast.
Yeah.
Machine Citizen already got one. He got one before all of us.
Yeah.
I know.
You did.
We're still waiting for ours.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. He got one to the day, a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit,
That's amazing.
So
we
let
got
us know how
that
that
fast
is.
shipping.
Yeah. Cheap, quick
he
shipping.
Posted a picture on it on our Discord.
On our Discord.
Our Keep Tapping X Discord.
It says
It's in
the
the
shirt feels great. 10 out of 10. Do recommend.
Nice.
Ooh, look
Awesome.
at
That's good to
that.
know.
I can't wait for the hoodies. And
You
the
can find
beanies.
our
Yeah.
Discord.
I know.
You can find our Discord at
I'm
that
gonna
link.
beanie.
Yeah, check the
you're
links
gonna
in
be-
chat. If you're not watching live, check it out in our link tree or our Willow in all of our descriptions to our
Yes.
videos. I got a burp.
Wow.
You can do it.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
not
so
even the
professional.
burp. We have to. Where's the
I know.
burp counter? But it's not.
Did you
That's okay.
disable? Who disabled the burp counter? Did we?
I reset it. It's still up there.
That's
Oh, I didn't know if it
Yeah.
was gone.
It's like burp plus. Anyway, I am Colby, your Professor GM for tonight, joined here by my lovely cast and crew, Cory,
Hi, my name is Cory, and tonight I'll be playing as Jordan Teller.
David,
Hi, and my name's David, and tonight I'll be playing as Barrett Stair.
and Nicole. Playing the
Hello.
lovely Arabella Modesta.
I know. I'm pretty great.
This stream is sponsored by Stormalon.
No, it's not.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not. Stop.
Please sponsor us.
Anybody?
You're so good.
So, am I allowed to drink on stream? Is that like a thing? Okay, yeah, good.
Oh, I forgot a
Do you
beer.
imagine I just
Damn it.
destroyed it?
So the GM's got a buzz tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going.
That means it's
We're
gonna be
feeling
a
good.
weird session.
We're feeling good.
But it's okay because it's a weird campaign.
Yeah.
So
Just makes
Alright.
it better.
it's gonna be great.
If we're good, I think we can get into the story so far. Yeah,
Yeah.
we good? All right. The story so far, episode 2. Within the small town of Arcadian Haven, New Hampshire, we met our 3 player characters. Living among the Order of the Entia Relinquere, Arabella Modesta is a girl devoted to her time with her nun family. A handyman doing odd jobs for the nuns, Jordan Teller is a man trying to escape some sort of trauma. And lastly, through the scope of his sniper rifle, Barrett, you're gonna help me with that. Stair? Oh, nice. I'm trying to get used to it. Watches over Arabella with unknown intent. The 3 of them go about their normal day in Arcadian Haven. Arabella finishes her chores and journeys into town with the young Olivia, an angsty orphan taken in by the nuns. Barrett soon follows, remaining hidden per his mysterious superior's orders. Jordan attends his usual therapy session with Dr. Natalie Home, making only slight progress. That night, a storm has overtaken the mountain town. The Entia Relinquere currently reside within a college campus that was canceled during its construction. The grounds lose power and heat amidst the tumultuous weather. Fearing for Sister Miriam, the eldest nun's health, Mother Adele reluctantly sends Brother Lewis out to retrieve Jordan in an attempt to fix the heat. Meanwhile, Barrett realizes that something is spying on him in his cabin. He investigates, only to find a strange ferret, which seems to urge him in a certain direction. Barrett obliges, getting into his car and heading towards the college compound. Brother Lewis is able to reach Jordan's home, but on their way back, their truck falls off the road, toppling into the forest and knocking Jordan unconscious. The storm lets up slightly, and Arabella convinces Mother Adele to let her take her bike and investigate the path to Jordan's home, since there had been no word from Lewis since his departure. Jordan awakens beside the ruined truck, with Lewis not in sight, though a trail of blood leading deep into the forest. He follows, hoping to find the religious man safe. The ferret leads Barrett towards... Barrett? Oh,
I caught that too.
Didn't think that one through.
Oh, okay.
Leads Barrett toward the same path that Arabella and Jordan now tread, and the three of them experience a sudden fit of nausea. Their vision turns to darkness before returning to a changed landscape. The foliage around them was glowing, and the rain had stopped. Instead, the air was filled with floating triangular prisms that broke down almost everything they touched. Arabella is confronted by a horrific beast made of different animal parts, and Jordan is attacked by a massive fly made of acidic garbage. Barrett joins the fray, helping Arabella defeat the beast, while Jordan obliterates the fly with his own strange gift. The three of them come across one another and are forced deeper into this strange place, with the help of the white ferret, who now has a glowing diamond shape on its forehead. They are brought to a small clearing in the brush, where two waterfalls, one surging upward and one down, converge and swirl within the sky around an object. Entering the stream of water, the party each touch the object, causing the entire world around them to collapse. They awaken, holding with them a worn blue scarf, as the storm continues around them and Brother Lewis soon approaches. The mysterious figure is shown to be watching over the party, though they choose not to interfere. Who are they? And what did Jordan, Arabella, and Barrett experience? Perhaps the answer lies within the Umbra.
Ooh, I
Let's
love it.
go, baby.
I
I'm
love
ready
it.
for episode 2. Let's go.
You know, before we started this campaign, we had a series of like weird streams that we did. Just like, you know, little funky little streams. And one of them was the image of a forest with a floating triangle.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad we did that.
Yep.
Like, if you just like caught those weird like ARG-ish streams we did, oh man.
It was all building up to
Those
this.
teaser
Yeah.
streams.
I loved it.
Just wait for the music to load. It's taking a minute for some reason.
How dare it?
We need to sprinkle more hexadecimal code messages
Yeah, we do.
in random places again.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
There we go. We're good.
So-
We're good.
Oh yeah, and the Etch-a-Sketch.
Sketch.
We fade in to a crowded room, but not with people. Objects littered across the walls, on counters. We see musical instruments hanging up on one wall. On the other side, we see rifles in racks behind locked cabinets. In front of them, we see glass countertops housing watches, other knickknacks. And we see a pale brown carpet as we hang low and move upward to see two people at a front desk. Outside, we see a window. It's dark. Nighttime. The faint light of a street light outside. Behind the counter, we see an older gentleman, but something is clearly not right with him. A condition that plagued him long ago and still does to this day. One of his eyes is sagging down unnaturally. In fact, that whole side of his face, the left side, is kind of drooped a little. You can see his left shoulder down. Certainly suffered some sort of stroke at some point in his life. A little bead of drool he wipes away from his face. But he looks as though he's moving at his own pace, right along. In front of him is a black hardtop guitar case with an acoustic guitar in it. He looks down at it, his patchy white hair, kind of examines, takes quite a few moments to look over this instrument. And an individual stands in front of him wearing a black, like heavy beanie, tan coat. Looks like he just got back from fishing that day. Dressed pretty warm. Older gentleman who looks down, just watching the man. And the individual behind the counter, he says, 125. The man looks at him. That's all you can give me? Come on, look at this. And he kind of picks up the acoustic guitar and kind of shows off. Just starts listing these minor details. Individual who maybe read a Guitar Center ad before coming in and tried to list all the pivotal bullet points. The man behind the counter says, 125. Take it or leave it. Suggest you leave it. Right here. Fine. And he holds out his hand, and the individual behind the counter rings a shing cash register, counts some bills, puts it in the man's hand, makes him sign a document. Pleasure doing business with you. The guy turns around and says, fuck off, Peter. Starts walking out. This individual, Peter, takes the guitar, kind of just sits back. It's lonely in this shop. It's lonely for a lot of days for him. Strums. Bling. Tunes it. Seems he's used to playing an instrument. Bling, doo, 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 doo. And he starts to speak under his breath. Songs you've sang, stories you've told. Can you play for me? He begins playing the guitar. Nothing specific, just showing his aptitude. Finishes strumming. And we hear a... He turns around. And to his right, there is a back office hallway leading into the recesses of his shop. Peter stands, puts the guitar down. Who's there? Takes a few steps. Camera does not follow him as he steps into the back hallway. Who's there? And we fade to black.
I love the music.
I know, really.
I really do.
It just fits really well.
That Atmo.
The Atmo.
All right. To which we rejoin our heroes. Rain. The three of you haven't just experienced a very bizarre encounter. All lay within the mud and fallen leaves of fall. All three of you clinging to a blue scarf with a small indented triangle shape sewn into the corner of it. A figure steps around the damaged truck that once belonged to the compound, the nuns. So you see Brother Lewis kind of look over. Hey. What's going on?
Lewis, where have you been?
He looks over to you. All of you drenched now in this rain. He comes over and he goes to you first, Arabelle, and helps you up.
I like take his help and like stand up and
Yeah.
try to like take stock.
Yeah, you can see that around his right temple, or I'm sorry, his left temple, there's blood that is seeped down. The rain is kind of washing it away a bit. And he just says, I went to go get help.
You two know this guy?
I kind of go up to him and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And I try to like find like the cut on his face.
Yeah, he's not really looking at you. He's looking at you now after you just spoke in Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
And he just says, who the hell are you? What are you doing out here?
I was minding my own business, ran into these guys.
Minding your business in a storm?
We all got things to do. What are you doing out here?
Brother Lou, it's okay. He helped me find my way.
We met him out in the woods. Looking for you, actually.
I was on the road.
Yeah, until we crashed.
I'm an after.
You left me in the truck.
I had to get help.
Where is it?
Listen, I think it would be better if we just got out of the storm right now. And let's...
Yeah.
We gotta get back to the compound.
You're right. Come on, it's a long walk.
Is my bike around? Like, I kind of look around, like, for my bike.
Make a perception roll.
No!
It's raining so hard, dude. You're not seeing a damn thing.
I rolled a 2 plus
Okay,
5,
good.
so that's 7.
This truck is like completely totaled, yeah.
Yeah,
It fell down a cliff. It's gone.
I was gonna ask if we could.
If you want to try and get it working, you can certainly try.
Like, you know anything about cars?
Thing or two.
Let's see if we can get this thing to start.
Make a technology roll.
Oh. That's not what I
Are
thought.
you sure it's not vehicles?
Can I assist?
Vehicles is actually like driving or piloting.
tech?
I'm good with both, actually.
Okay, can you make the roll and I assist? Since we're
Yeah, so roll first if you're assisting.
Okay. 21.
Oh, get a +5.
Nice.
Beautiful. Tech or
Very
vehicles?
Tech.
Excuse me?
7 plus 8,
Seven.
15 plus 5, unnatural 20.
A natural 20.
Nice. Very nice.
It's taking you a few minutes. You pop the hood. Lewis is adamant on just kind of walking it right now. Maybe a little shaken from what had transpired. And you get the hood up and you're looking through the engines, gauging all the damage, and you think, I don't know if I can work this. And Barrett walks beside you and kind of just starts pointing things out to you. Like, what if you, do this, whatever. And kind of working together with this, in harmony with one another over here, you figure out a quick fix. And you get behind the wheel and it's chunky. That engine ain't gonna last long, but you got it.
Nice.
Sweet.
He looks over, he's like, all right, fine, all right. Arabelle, you sit up front. We'll go in the back.
My car's just up ahead. If you all are safe and sound here and get out of here, I can head up to my car.
I think maybe it'd be best if you came with us. I mean, it's a storm out there, and as a token of my appreciation, it would be more than welcome to have you.
Well, I got some of my work stuff in my car, so take me up ahead. I'll hop in and follow you. That sound good?
We're heading to the church compound.
All right.
I'm gonna assume through all like the rain and the mud and everything here, you're kind of hidden off your sniper rifle.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless
I
you just
have
have it. Do you want to just like have it out?
I didn't put it away.
Strap it to his back.
I mean, I don't have the case or anything. I just have the snipers.
Yeah. I think, are you, like, holding it? Did you, like, leave it somewhere?
I'll say it's strapped. Strapped like over my shoulder.
Yeah, I think through all that, you know, as you turn to walk away, and Lewis, you two, Jordan, Era, immediately notice. I mean, first of all, he has a sniper across his back, and then he looks over at you, and then back at you, Arabella, and he leans down, speaking through the rain, and just says, "Who the hell was that?"
I'll tell you on the way back.
He gets into the truck. He motions you to sit in the back. It's a 2-seater. Arabella, you have to sit up front.
All right.
You're just full of water.
Yeah.
It's like a pool back there.
Great.
He's gonna make a vehicles roll. Let's see if he can get up the hill. It takes give a push.
Yeah. Oh my god. I knew that was coming.
And yeah, you have to kind of
For flavor.
Yeah.
Can I
No.
like activate my like power?
For flavor, I'll say
and
yes.
Push it up the hill and then
Yeah.
deactivate it quickly and jump in the back.
Yeah, you
Everybody
feel like that
notices.
sudden lurch, like, as you can go up the hill. It's like remember, it's a pretty steep drop, so you kind of have to drive a little bit further down until you find a good place for the tires. You get some purchase, and with the push, you able to meet that lip and get up.
I'm gonna get hypothermia.
Yeah. On the way back, I want the two of you, and I'll make Brother Lewis as well, make a fortitude save.
I'm good at those. Whee! No!
Why would you say that?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
Oh, come on, dude.
24.
24?
13.
Not feeling so hot. All of this rain and all the stress that you've been through, the biking through the rain and everything, you're gonna feel something in the morning.
Yeah. I'm sitting, like, in the passenger seat, like, almost shivering and, like, kind of, like, messing with the tears on my clothes and, like, feeling underneath them and, like,
Yeah.
just trying to figure out, like, did I get hit? Did I not get hit?
Yeah, Brother Lewis, who's like he's like a big dude, you know, kind of just barrel-chested, large individual. He takes off his rain jacket and like gives it to you, just like kind of puts it over you, and with some like chugging of the engine, you're able to make it back to the compound. The rain has picked back up again. Barrett, you're going back to your car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a note. Who took the scarf?
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I assumed you did. Honestly.
I guess I did then. I when we all get up at some point, I just kind of like keep the scarf in my hand and is it still like it's all like muddy, right? It's not.
It's pretty muddy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, have to be now. It's like soaked.
Right.
at
I
the
just
moment.
kind of like fold it over and
Okay.
keep it with me.
Cool.
Why the fuck didn't I go with you?
I don't know.
You're in the back. Like,
We're going to the same place. I'm sitting here in the fetal position in the back, soaked, pissed.
maybe because it's a stranger with a sniper rifle.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That and they probably wouldn't have gotten out of the ditch without me. Yeah, you know, giving it that
Oh, yeah, it's all
little.
about. Okay.
LeBron.
So
Yeah, I first thing I do when I get back to my car is open my laptop.
yeah, it goes on. You see the white screen.
Yeah, and I'll I'll start like hitting the space bar like I usually do.
Yeah. After a second, you see the black screen come up, lines of code, and it takes a minute. And
While
you see the. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say while it's like booting up, while this is coming on, I'll start like slowly following them. As
Okay,
they
yeah,
drive
you just
past me,
have-
so I don't like look sus.
Dude, you already look sus.
I know, I look sus.
You showed up looking sus.
You see the familiar, like a doctor examination room. However, instead of that sort of very well chiseled, like blonde hair, you know, nice looking gentleman, and the first time you see a brunette female, also very striking in her features. Very smooth face, sharp chin, not a single blemish on them. You just see sort of their upper torso, up their head, luscious, thick, volume hair. She says, I see we have an impromptu appointment tonight, Mr. Stair.
That's right. I have some pretty vital information.
Oh, please press the space bar.
As I'm like, I just kind of reach over and
we see an audience outside. It's way too dark to see inside of Barrett's car right now, but we see a flash of light. It blinds you momentarily. You crash. You go through the Umbra again. You come back. And
have another scarf.
Yeah. And the screen doesn't change. She just looks over, and that smile fades. She says, "What do you have to report?"
I've interacted with the target.
This was not part of your mission.
It wasn't planned.
What happened?
I was at home, at my position, and this is gonna sound strange, but an animal guided me back to my target. A white ferret. And then things got a little weird. It started raining triangles, and I seemed to be shifted somewhere. I thought maybe this was the target's powers. And I came across the target, and we were ambushed by animals, and we fended them off, and I'm tailing her back to the compound.
Instances like this have not been reported in the dossier file of the target. This is unorthodox.
Well, it's definitely not natural. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm keeping close tabs.
You have been discovered by the target. Ensure that you are not considered a threat. Otherwise, you will be pulled from the mission.
I think if anything, I've gained her trust. I saved her from those animals.
You have come very close to compromising your position. Be more careful. Otherwise, the conditions of this contract will be terminated, and you are aware of what happens in that instance.
Yeah, I understand. I'll report back.
You will also submit a written report with the details of your encounter as soon as possible.
Will do.
And her face changes to a lighter, her cheeks rise up. Is there anything else today, Mr. Sayre?
That's all.
Very good. We look forward to hearing from you again. Goodbye. She doesn't wait for your response.
Yeah, I just let it turn off.
Okay.
Sorry, we noticed the camera.
Yeah, the FPS is kind of funny.
I don't think we could fix it now.
No.
Whose camera?
I was
If
just
you
about
move
to.
fast, we look
We
wiggly.
didn't fix the FPS on it.
What? You guys look fine.
Wait,
If you move fast,
Yeah, see?
There it is.
What?
On ours,
you
yeah.
see.
we look like wiggly.
Wiggly. Ew.
Yeah,
It's the camera.
camera.
It's the-
Remember, we had the same issue.
Oh, wait.
The setting on
Yeah.
the
Change that
camera.
real quick.
I was
Hold on,
gonna,
everyone's gonna see
yeah,
this
I brought
shit.
it up because I thought maybe we could change
Oh
it.
yeah.
I didn't know if
That's
we.
all right.
I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't know if we could change it right now. So I was like trying to be like.
Oh, that's okay. It goes with like the VHS like kind of thing going on here.
I was just about to text you, Colby, and be like, "Don't move too much."
I feel so bad for everybody on Spotify
I'm so
or
sorry.
any
No,
like
it only takes a
podcast right now.
only takes a second.
Did that fix it? Move around.
I think it's delayed.
Might be a little,
Yeah, we've got
it
like
still
a
might be a
5
little
to 10
kind
second.
of-
I think
visual
it's
delay.
fixed though. Yeah.
It's better than it
way
was,
way
yeah.
better. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Kind of
So-
added to the VHS tape feel.
Yeah. I kind of liked it.
So you all make the drive back to the compound. It's a bit treacherous, but it seems the worst is behind you at this point. You drive in front of the dormitory. The front door, it's already open. You see a faint light, some sort of lanterns, and you see Mother Adele waiting at the door, and she walks out into the rain as both vehicles park. She sees the front truck and gasps as all of you exit. Jordan, you're soaked.
Mad.
like sop it, you're like double your weight now. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna be emptying like fish out of your pockets like in a cartoon. Like it's awful.
That's great.
Yeah, she walks up and she says, What? Please come inside, and ushers you all in. It's dark. You see there are 1 to 2 nuns kind of about doing odds little chores, gathering a bunch of blankets and everything around, kind of moving what you and Arabella and Mother Adele had done before, trying to just busy work this late at night. And they see you and start throwing blankets over you. Arabella, you're ordered to change clothes immediately in your room. You're soaking wet and everything. She takes you over to the central communion area, like the center community area.
Yeah.
There's couches and chairs set up, and places where a TV would be, but there's nothing there at the moment. She brings you in, tells you to sit down, and gets a bunch of towels from the bathrooms. She says, "Okay, what happened?"
Are we alone?
There's a couple idle. Brother Lewis. He's going back to his quarters to change.
Okay.
Probably get you a change of clothes as well.
Appreciate it.
Arabella, I think at this point you're kind of going up
Yeah.
upstairs. So just you and Mother Adele.
Mother Adele, when Brother Lewis came and got me, we hydroplaned on the road and crashed the truck.
But you're okay now, she.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
We're okay, but Mother Adele, there was an incident. I don't want to be the one to imply this, but something supernatural happened out there in those woods.
She just blinks for a moment. What do you mean?
I can't begin to explain it accurately, but something happened out there. There were creatures. We crashed the truck, and I woke up alone and went to look for Brother Lewis, and I was attacked by something. Some giant insect thing. And I fended it off, and then I heard shots, and then followed them and found Arabella with that man that followed us here.
Yeah, and I think that's when you kind of enter behind at that point, and we kind of see the flash of lightning, and you see the figure of Barrett at the
Matt's so
doorway.
stupid.
Oh yeah, it's very foreboding in some ways. And she stands up and turns around.
Yeah.
Oh. Speaking of,
Yeah.
please, sir, come in.
I kind of just stop leaning against the wall,
Yeah,
slowly walk in. Just, thanks for your hospitality.
please take a seat. She gives you some towels as well. She puts the back of her hand onto your forehead.
Yeah.
She's like, it must have been a very chaotic and harsh crash. I wouldn't think too much on what you saw. It could all be I wouldn't be surprised if you're concussed.
You may be right.
She leaves for a moment into the kitchen area, which is attached over here. In fact, you can see her past the counter, and she opens up the fridge and gets a pitcher of water and gives you two some. And Arabella, after a few minutes, I don't know, are you doing anything specific?
No, I'll just get dressed.
Okay. You do anything with the scarf, or are you taking it down with you?
I take it down with like my dirty clothes to like be washed.
Okay.
So I could wash the scarf with it.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and you guys see Arabella step down, and Mother Adele walks. She pulls up a chair. You both have like these comfy, large chairs over here, and she has like this rocking chair. She doesn't rock in it. She just sits forward, attentive. Says, well, what is your name, sir?
My name's Barrett.
Barrett.
I live a little out of town. I just happened across these two when I was out there, and lucky I did.
Oh, I can't imagine what you'd be doing out in such a hectic storm.
Yeah, shouldn't have been, but everything happens for a reason, right?
She nods, very used to that sort of ideology. It's true, and it isn't just luck that the four of you are safe here. Clearly you're being watched over. Now, Jordan, how are you feeling right now? Can you stand?
Yeah. I'm a little wet, but I'll be fine.
Well, I hate to ask you after what you've been through here, but it might help everyone if...
I know why I'm here.
Please follow me.
Sure.
She stands up and says, Barrett, please make yourself at home here. I would prefer if you didn't drive home tonight.
Yeah, sure.
With luck, we'll have some lights and heat in 20 minutes.
Okay, I'll just wait here.
Thank you. She ushers you to walk.
Yeah, I follow behind her.
And Barrett, you're kind of just left in this silence for a minute. Arabella, you kind of join, and the two of you are alone.
I just kind of like hang up my coat. Just...
She looks a little like still coming down from everything that just happened, just trying to like comprehend everything, and she doesn't really like face you, like face to face, but she just kind of like looked towards you, and it's like, why were you in the woods?
Well, I told you that ferret. It kind of led me out there. Thought I was going crazy. Broke into my car.
It broke into your car?
Yeah. Something seemed a little off about it, so wasn't doing anything else.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your full name?
Stayer. Barrett Stayer.
Well, it's nice to officially meet you. I'm Arabella Modesto.
Yeah. Yeah, nice to meet you too.
If I can ask another question, why do you carry a gun? That large? Are you a hunter?
Military. But I guess that too.
Well, I can't begin to thank you for what you did for me. I don't know what I would have done by myself.
As you're talking to Barrett, you notice that he's comfortable. He doesn't look tense or like on guard, but he doesn't lose eye contact. he's consistently
Just
looking you in the eyes. Like
so
yeah,
unsettling.
like
Oh, yeah, the
uncomfortably,
worst.
like yeah.
Robotic.
Every time you look at him, he's like dead stare.
She like tries to keep like friendly eye contact, but like can't really like.
Yeah.
I wonder if this dude has eyelids.
Yeah.
Waits in like 4 minutes.
Yep.
Both of you made perception rolls.
Get your dice out of here, bitch.
20.
20.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. 23.
Where was that in the woods?
In the hallway leading towards the stairs, you hear movement away from you. Footsteps.
I look over and kind of tense up.
Yeah. You both look over and then you don't hear anything. And then you look back and there's something between the two of you. You look down and there's a white shape as you see standing up. You see the ferret.
I was looking. I'm like, see what I mean?
I'm starting to.
The ferret no longer has that glowing shape on its forehead. In fact, you don't see a sort of protruding diamond shape. Instead, it's just a little patch of black on that white fur. It just looks up, back and forth,
Hey, ferret,
looks at you.
what's your name? Figured I'd ask.
I don't know that ferrets can talk.
They can break into cars.
I mean,
like-
they have hands. I don't know
It
if they have
veers its head
language.
back. And you have this moment of like, and then it just kind of spins around and just goes to Arabella.
Imagine it's like Winston.
The name
wanna
is
say-
Jesus Christ.
Holy ferret!
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, and it just runs to you, Arabella, and just runs up your leg and crawls up to your shoulder.
I guess it likes you.
I guess so. It kind of tickles, though. I kind of like take like him off my shoulder and kind of like tuck him in my arm and like try to give him warmth from like the rain.
It looks very content, just kind of cradled. Just
Yeah, I'm like petting its belly, like.
yeah.
Well,
Well, that's why I was out in the woods.
do you know about anything that happened? I mean, that couldn't have been real. I mean, sure, there's this ferret, but it's just an animal, right?
I've heard of a lot stranger things happening.
I haven't.
Could have been that ferret. Could have been a... You know, I can't say.
Shut the fuck up, Neo.
I know, I just
Piece
saw
of work. Got me.
Small sprinkled details that connect the two campaigns.
Did you know?
Did you know?
I kind of like sit in silence for a little bit and like continue like petting this ferret.
Yeah, this ferret has fallen asleep in your arms.
I just, I take out like a small notepad from my pocket and just start like writing
Okay.
down like details about what's going on.
Jordan, make a technology roll as you're led to the boiler room and the fuse boxes and whatnot.
Ooh,
Sorry, that's alright. 16.
16? Okay.
solid.
It takes about an hour.
Ooh. I quoted 20 minutes.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, I'm not getting my money today.
Ooh, where's that heat?
But as you guys are sort of in the common room, kind of just zoning out, doing what you do, lights flick on, and you can hear the of heater running. And Jordan, you successfully fixed this section of the compound.
Good.
Adele, who's been with you here, kind of like shining a flashlight as like a little lantern.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those electric lanterns. It's like, oh,
You're like,
good work as always. What?
nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep us on task.
I know.
This is, Here, let's warm up upstairs.
Sure.
And as you're walking up the stairs, she kind of stops halfway up.
Mm.
These rickety old,
Yeah.
kind of like afraid to stop on these stairs.
Right.
They might just fall right through.
Yeah.
She stops. Says, that man, that Barrett,
Sure.
what do you think of him?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I trust him. He came out of nowhere. He was just in the woods. He was with Arabella. In the pouring rain. In a 3-piece suit with a trench coat. And a gun. Like, where could he have possibly come from? What business did he have in the woods?
A lot of questions.
But I think he saved Arabella, so for now, I think he's okay.
She nods. She's not facing you either. She says, well, what we teach here is to trust all, support all, and give charity, even when it's not needed. But that's not what you were taught.
No.
So, I will do what I must. And I asked... Well, she doesn't finish. She starts walking up.
Mother Adele, I only fix things. I'm not a bouncer.
Of course, I would never ask you to do something you're not comfortable with.
I didn't expect you to. I just thought I should reiterate.
Well, I trust you, Mr. Teller. You've done a lot for us. Thank you.
You've done just as much for me.
She continues walking up. And all of you now convene. Just before she walks in, Arabella, the ferret, wakes up in your arms, springs up and leaps out.
Oh.
And just runs underneath the couch. And then you two arrive.
You spooked it.
It fell asleep though.
Well, it's been a late night. Of course, we have some empty rooms. I will make sure that fresh sheets and blankets are on if you two would like to stay. Well, I insist, of course.
That's very kind of you. Yeah, I'll take anything you got. Nothing fancy.
Arabella, please, and she motions you to set up the rooms.
I just nod and of course, and go up and.
All right. Does anybody want to do anything before night?
No,
I'll
just agree to stay, because I'll be back here in the morning anyway, so might as well stick around.
I do want to talk to Mother Adele before bed.
Okay. Yeah, you pull her aside in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, child?
I'm not sure. I'm just feeling very confused about what happened tonight. And I don't know if it was real or not. And I just don't feel good about it, I guess. I guess I was wondering for your opinion.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Of course. What's troubling you?
Well, tonight we got...
Jesus Christ. Eat the goddamn
motherfuckers.
Reese's bar. Eat the damn Reese's bar.
Oh, dude.
Sorry. Sister Miriam.
She's just going
She's so
at it.
loud eating in her room.
She's just going at it
Midnight
with a candy
snacking.
bar.
I have to eat it
where she
before it
gets
goes
them.
bad.
I swore to give him up for Lent, but she keeps sneaking him at midnight, dude. This is between her and God now.
Please.
Well, tonight, I'm not sure what happened. I mean, I went out on the bike like I said I would. And, something happened, and it was almost like we weren't in the woods anymore. I was looking for Mr. Teller when I ran into an animal. But it wasn't really an animal. It was an amalgamation of just horrible, horrible things, and I'm worried that it was real. I guess, if that makes sense.
Well, in times of stress and a situation like this, it's easy to misconstrue what we see out in the woods, to feel that danger. And when we don't exactly know what something might be, we try and rationalize it in different ways. And, well, let's be honest here, sometimes you read books that are very imaginative, and to conjure something of mythical design in your head, I mean, that's not completely unorthodox. It's okay, Joey. Just go for it. Just go for it.
Just watch the light.
You can do it.
Check the map. Oh. She kind of like, not super visible, but like enough where like her shoulders kind of slump and like a little defeated, like, I guess that's true. I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, I guess in the morning we'll have more answers.
Yes, if there are any answers to be had.
Okay, I won't keep you up any longer. It's been a weird night.
Of course, you need your rest. Remember, waking up early.
Yes, I remember.
She nods. Good night.
Good night.
Before we split up for the night, I want to pull Barrett aside.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, hey, quick word.
Yeah, sure.
What's your name?
Barrett.
Barrett. Barrett, I'm Jordan.
Nice to meet you.
Same. I don't know what we saw out there. I'm gonna chalk it up to hitting my head and the new meds that I'm on. But, thanks for saving the girl.
Yeah, I don't know if that reason holds up. But yeah, of course.
I can't... I come from a background of trusting everything I see based on fact to back it up, and I can't rationalize anything we saw out there, so there were a lot of conditions that messed with the way I process things, so I don't know where you came from, but I'm glad you were there.
Yeah, it was, I don't want to say lucky, but circumstance. But no, what happened tonight, it was, definitely was interesting. But there were facts that backed them up. We just don't know what they are yet. We'll figure it out.
Maybe. Before we go to bed, I have to ask, what were you doing out there?
Well, like I told the girl that ferret, I was following it. I know it sounds weird, but...
It does. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, and it was just as weird as everything else that happened. It broke into my car.
That's strange.
Yeah, it told me to drive, so I drove.
Told you?
Well, it pointed in the direction. No, it sounds like a Disney movie, but...
Well, good night, Snow White.
Yeah, good night.
before I leave the room, can I like when everyone goes away, I'm gonna like look under the couch.
You see nothing.
Oh, I put it back down. I like do a quick like
Yeah.
look around. And I'm like,
As you're looking, kind of like you go into the kitchen area, and you like look under the counter and open up the under cupboards. You see pots and pans and whatnot, and then when you come up, you see a figure standing in the living room, and you see Sister Angelica.
oh, I like pop up and jump up. I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were in here.
Kind of looks over at you, is looking at the couch, and then back at you. It says, heard we have a few guests.
We do, yes.
Alright.
Is there something I can help you with?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Good night then. I
Good
kind of
night.
like scurry off.
Yeah. She kind of just watches you leave.
I'm gonna stay up for a bit.
Okay.
Once everyone kind of goes to bed. I was gonna stay up and listen. I was gonna listen for like when people walk by, which direction they're going.
Make a perception roll.
He's gonna stay.
23.
Okay.
I'm taking note of like how heavy are these steps, which direction are they moving, what time is it when they walk by. Like I'm mapping out what's going on.
Yeah. And through the heavy rain, normally it would be very difficult at the your window pane, but you listen through and you feel pretty confident. There's not a lot of activity. It's late. It's like 1:30, reaching 2 o'clock at this point in the morning.
Okay.
People have retired.
Okay.
Jordan, in your room.
Yes.
So you settle down in this blank, nothing on the walls, very like almost sterile room. There's a bureau with no clothes in it. Has a sort of like mothball kind of smell to it. The sheets are fresh.
I imagine the only thing in the drawer is a Bible. Like you just got into
Absolutely.
a motel room.
100%, yeah. There's a little writing desk in the corner, old wood, know.
Yeah.
Definitely not here when they set up the building, but brought in after.
Okay.
You come in and you just see something odd with your bed. Under the covers is a lump. And you reach down and you see a white ferret.
God damn
Just
it.
kind of sprawl out his back. It looks over as if you disturbed it.
Right.
It's like,
What are you doing in here, creature?
just stands up and goes onto your pillow and just lays down the one pillow and just relaxes on it. Just hanging half off it.
I open the drawer next to the bed and I like pick up the pillow and put it in the drawer
Yeah.
and then ball up the blanket and like make a new pillow with
Nice.
that and then get into bed.
Cute. Anything else for anyone? Okay.
Nope.
Turn to face the wall and try to count
Yeah.
until I fall asleep, and it doesn't really work great.
It's
Ben.
your mind is restless, but your bodies, they're tired. So sleep finds you. Arabella. Through the night, we pan in on your room, and we see tossing and turning. We hear something, a sort of scratching, like nails against a chalkboard. And as you're tossing and turning, your blankets fall off the bed. And you're just moving more and more. And your eyes dart open. Cold sweat breaking out over you. And above you, there's a shadow hanging on the wall. Slightly bulbous head, petite body, long, stretching all the way down the ceiling against the wall to the foot of your bed. And it's just shaking. Like a static is over it.
I look up and feel that same, like, almost paralysis that I felt in the woods, and, like, very carefully, like, try to look back, like, or wherever the shadow is coming from,
Yeah.
and, like, just...
It's sort of extending out in front of you and then reaching up the wall to the ceiling. So almost, like 140 degree of your vision just taken up by this creature.
Wow.
And you can, if you look backwards, you'd be looking at like your bedpost and you wouldn't be able to see it.
Okay. I like rub my eyes to like see, I'm like, no, and like look up again.
As soon as you look up, it is in front of you.
I scream.
Inches from your face. Yeah. You scream and then you wake up. Truly. Blankets over you.
At that point, I look immediately around the room, just like...
Make a perception roll.
to see if anything is there.
Gross.
Yeah,
That.
it feels bad, man. 19.
Seems safe.
Still shaken up. I'm gonna, like, take my blanket and, like, leave the room.
Okay. Where do you go?
I'm gonna go back to the living room.
Okay.
Like, or the living area, where we were earlier. And, try to, like, take a book with me and just, like, sit and, like, stay up basically the rest of the night.
Okay, yeah. There's like a tall lamp that emits like a nice warm soft light behind it. It's like your preferred almost reading corner in that particular room, and you click it on, sit down to the soft cushion chair, the blanket over you.
And despite, like, having that comfortable space, like, every, like, almost 5 minutes, like, the book goes down and, like, look around.
Yeah.
And, like, slowly come back up, but, like, never, like, always keeping my attention, like, around.
Yeah, there's like no turning of a page. So you're not actually reading the book, you're just looking around, nothing. Yeah, and that's your night.
Yeah.
And so eventually this sort of sleep finds you, this exhaustion washes over you.
Yeah.
And you all awaken the next morning.
It was a tense night.
Terrifying. Truly.
There's a hustle and bustle, as per usual in the early morning of the compound, the Antia Rhythm Query. You're shaken awake, Arabella, as Sister Miriam, short, pudgy, sweet woman, sagging cheeks, looks over and says, "Oh, dearie, time to wake up over here. I don't, falling asleep reading once more over here. You're gonna ruin your neck like that."
I, like, as soon as she goes to, like, push me awake or, like, just tap me awake, I, like, jump. And immediately look around. What time is it?
It's about 4:30 a.m. right now. Mother Adele told me to wake you up.
Right. Okay. I just need to get dressed then.
Of course, good.
She's, like, obviously very exhausted.
Yeah, she takes, like, you drop the blankets on the floor, and Miriam expects you to pick it up, and you kind of don't, and she's like, she just picks it up herself.
This dumb bitch.
Can't say that.
You piece of
You fucking shit.
rule this city to death, Spider-Man. Yeah, so,
She goes to her room, cleans up,
Yeah.
tries to look more awake.
yeah, you look in the mirror and just
Just bags, yeah. And I go down to where I usually would go.
Yeah. Are either of you early morning people?
Yeah,
Like
not,
early morning?
not really by choice, but
Mm.
seem to just wake up often.
I was up late, but I'll probably get up at like 6 or 7.
Yeah. Okay. So, we follow you, Arabella, as you leave the dormitory building and make your way into the central faculty building. And standing at the lobby, you see Mother Adele. It's strange, whenever you see Mother Adele, she's always well put together. Even last night in her worried state, like her attire was perfectly fine, like just wrinkle-free, smooth, like no bags under her eyes. She just seems to have her life together and like her shit together at all times. She looks at what would have been the reception counter, and you see there's like a digital clock. She looks over and says, "Just in time. Come."
Okay. She's like very hesitantly.
Yeah, and you follow her past most of the lecture halls and classrooms. She starts leading you down into the basement through this maintenance door. And as she opens the door for you, you see a staircase leading down. You can see that this area is much less well kept than the rest of the hallway. It seems that the nuns or the initiates brought here to clean aren't really allowed in this section. She motions you in.
You walk in.
We see the doors shut. Nothing else after that. The two of you awake. You see the ferret. No longer on the pillow.
Okay.
Now on your chest. As you wake up,
So cute.
kind of looking at you.
Yeah.
And sniffing your nose.
Hello, little guy.
Kicks off you.
Yeah. What the hell are you doing here still?
Kind of runs to the door.
I gotta
Like-
piss.
I like
open that door.
crack the door open and let it out.
Yeah. Darts out.
Yeah. I'm like rubbing my eyes still and kind of getting my bearings.
Mm-hmm. Barrett?
Just kind of fix my hair.
Yeah. Both of you kind of waking up at the same time. Again, hearing the hustle and bustle outside. You can look out your window. The rain is, of course, stopped. It's actually a very nice day out. Clouds have broken through. It's sunny. There's still that September. It is September 20th now.
Cool.
And there is that chill, but it's still, it's late September, mid-September over here, so it still has that nice summer warmth that's kind of fading.
Yeah.
So it's jacket weather, but light jacket.
It's cold in the morning and then hot during the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to say I have my plushy bird
Yeah.
on the windowsill
Mm.
as I was sleeping. And I just kind of like pick it up.
Yeah.
All right, come on. Put it in my like vest, my jacket pocket.
Yeah.
This-
A little bulge in your
yeah.
nose.
Get everything on.
As you guys sort of leave your rooms, you see this woman, short, pudgy, dark hair. See Sister Miriam. You recognize her.
Yeah.
You Barry recognize her to your extent.
Yep.
She
Just seen her
says-
before.
She looks at you, Jordan.
Yeah.
And says, "Oh, dearie, come over to the cafeteria. You need some breakfast after last night."
Okay, sure.
And
Barrett.
You.
Barrett. Yes, Barrett. I heard you were staying here this morning. Please come as well.
Sure thing.
All right. You guys make your way. It's a very modest breakfast, and you notice as you walk in, nobody's eating. There's about 3 rows of long tables where nuns are sitting. The meal is set out in front of them. Just breads, jams. You have some bacon, sausage. Again, basic, but all home cooked,
Yeah.
so to say.
Cool.
And the smells hit you hard. You look over and no one started eating yet. They're all in prayer. There's like 2 seats open, like that you can slide into, just for you two. And some of them kind of like, well, you see like one. You see Olivia, just kind of like looking over at you, and the only one like twiddling her thumbs.
As when I sit down, I focus on the food now. Like I'm like about to like stick my fork in. I notice that no one else is eating. I'm like,
Right.
Yeah,
there's like
like
okay.
I play along sometimes.
Yeah, and you see Mother Adele at the end of one table. Arabella, you're there as well. It's not as if Mother Adele has a special seat. She's just at the head of the table to the side. It's you almost mistake her for anyone else over there. And she just puts her hands together and openly announces a simple prayer of thanks. And then eating commences.
Just hoover all of it.
Like the sausage links, like as breakfast is finishing up. Oh yes.
While we're eating, can I talk to Barrett?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
No.
Yeah, no. You will die.
Barrett, what do you plan on doing after breakfast?
Probably just going home.
Can I ask you a favor?
Sure, yeah.
I need to get my truck. My tools are in it. I need to lift home if you don't mind.
Yeah. Where do you live?
I'm just outside of the complex. I'm maybe 15 minutes away.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And as you're talking to Barrett, you notice that his always looking at everything perception has become looking down, not looking at anyone. Just
interesting.
Keep staying low.
Yeah. Okay.
Barrett, make a perception roll.
Okay. 21.
21? Okay. You notice the figure approaching behind. There's this sense of, and you're kind of used to this with your lifestyle. When someone is approaching with the express purpose of interacting with you, there's this kind of aura that you can sense with them behind you, and you immediately sense this. And they kind of walk past you to your left, and as one nun stands up, this young girl stands up and it has been like avoiding contact with you this whole time. She takes her tray and moves away. Someone replaces her, and you see a red lock of hair and standing in front with a already eaten tray of food. Resting on her elbow, you see Angelica.
Yeah, and I'm not looking up, but I go.
Yeah. Little up close, don't you think? It's not your style.
A little loud, don't you think?
Well, that's my style.
Am I hearing this?
Absolutely.
I'm sitting here eating.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm just like, I'm eating, and then like suddenly like I like pick something with my fork, and it's just kind of sitting there. I'm not looking at anybody, but I'm definitely not eating.
A little bit of like runny egg, just like dripping down.
He's dropping. Just...
Yeah, I'm just kind of like huddling my plate and like, act normal, act normal.
Yeah. She's looking right at you.
Yeah, I'm just looking down my food, trying not to interact.
And Jordan,
yes,
you probably haven't had a lot of interactions with Sister Angelica, but she is always an individual who has had such a different air than anyone else here.
Okay.
It's this maturity to her, almost like a stark contrast to Mother Adele, where there's like this sort of, just like how red her hair is, there's a chaotic element whenever she's around.
Okay.
Nothing dangerous. Well, depending on your perception of that. She just has like this long smile, and you see that scar on her lower lip. All right, well, if you're going to change up your tactics, that's fine.
Gotta adapt.
It's true. It's very true. Wow. She stands up, leaving her tray. She kind of pushes the tray towards you and says, "Could you take care of that for me?"
And for the first time I look up at her, I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's like a grimace.
Yeah. She says, "Thanks, darling," and walks away.
Let's go back to eating.
Yeah.
Don't even acknowledge the tray. Just go forward.
I don't even look up. I'm just like, women. Keep eating. My like wheels are turning in my head. I'm like, what is this? Like an ex-girlfriend or like why are they so familiar? That was weird.
As
Jordan will remember this.
yeah.
Literally.
As breakfast is finishing up, people are cleaning up. Mother Adele gets everyone's attention. She says, "Remember, everyone, we have our monthly community center dinner. Please be there with your necessary supplies to do all your tasks as well. I think after yesterday's storm, everyone could use it." She, dismisses everyone. And she walks over to you, Arabella.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, I would like for you to go with Sister Miriam to get the supplies at the grocery store for the dinner tonight, if you do not mind.
Sure. Is it okay if Olivia comes?
Of course. And actually, and she looks through the crowd. Mr. Teller, could you please come here?
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. What's going on?
I very much dislike having to ask you for another favor.
Here we go.
I promise to add a bit of something more from our budget to your paycheck at the end of the week.
Please, I'm in the business of servitude here.
And we're greatly appreciative of that. It seems our vehicle has come under a need for repairs. And so, well, it would be very important to us here and for Arcadian Haven if we could have you drive supplies and Arabella, Sister Miriam, Olivia, from the grocery store to the community center tonight.
Sure, of course.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No problem.
And she nods over to you and gets preparations ready.
And I'm gonna just get up and try to find Adele.
Yeah, very easy. Very easy over here. Maybe right after this conversation, kind of wait for that to disconnect.
I just go up to her and I'm like, "Thank you for the hospitality, ma'am, but I'll be heading home."
She raises her hand and motions to your forehead. She says, "Do you mind?"
No?
She presses it. "How do you feel?"
I feel fine.
Good. Well, thank you very much, Barrett. Hope you have a blessed day, and don't be a stranger.
Maybe I won't. And then I turn to you, seeing you close. I'm like, "Still need that ride home?"
Yes. Mother Adele, if I may, this man is going to bring me home so I can get my truck and come back with my tools and
Understandable.
get to work.
Please drive safe.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, well, let's get going.
All right.
I guess I'll see you later, Mr. Tell.
Yeah, I'll be back
Okay.
quickly. I'll be back within the hour.
And then I'm just gonna head back to my car.
Okay. So, you drive Jordan back to his abode. Would you like to do anything, Arabella?
It's not watching me.
I'm going to look for Olivia.
Sure. Yep. Easy enough. She's waiting for you at the end of the cafeteria.
I find her and I'm like, guess who recruited you to help me get the groceries?
Yay! I mean, it's not the worst job. All right.
I figured it's better than other
Gets us
chores.
out of here, right? You know? Awesome. All right, so you and I taking the bites?
Actually, we're going with
With me! And you see, stepping out, you see Sister Miriam kind of just give a hug to Olivia, like, oh, trying to swing her a bit. Oh, here we go. This is going to be so much fun.
I like
the three of us at the
smile
store.
apologetically at Olivia. I'm like,
Oh, and you know, and I can tell you all the stories about how when I was a girl, I used to do all the chores and starts walking with Olivia. Just,
Wait, I agreed to drive that mess? Yeah.
And Miriam waits and says, oh, well, we just have to wait for Mr. Teller to bring his vehicle over.
yes. In the meantime, could we maybe go?
Finish the laundry, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Come, dearie, come, Olivia. Yeah, I just love folding laundry at 6:30 in the morning. Love that.
I was trying to get us out.
And she kind of brings you both back to the dorms to finish up the laundry, which at one point, you know, you look back at one of the, it's about like 2 dryers, 2 washers. And you look over, one of the washers is out of order. There's like a note on it that says, in very, very neat cursive writing, it says, remind self, ask Jordan to fix.
Yeah, Arabella's very, like, not in her usual, like, talkative mood, like, just very tired and a little haggard looking. And while they're doing laundry, she, like, takes a scarf that they found and, like, puts that in and washes it, keeps it with her.
Yeah, as you're doing laundry, finishing up over here, when you pull out the scarf, it is...
Shrunk.
Yeah, it's destroyed. While
Hand
the
wash only.
mud and dirt is gone from it, it still looks somehow dirty. Very, like, the stitching is worn. Color isn't quite right. It should be this, like, vibrant cerulean blue, but it's pale. You wonder for a moment, you're like, did I wash this?
Yeah.
But sure enough, it smells good.
Okay.
It smells like whatever detergent you used. And you see at the end of it that black triangle stitching. That doesn't look worn. It looks as if it was just patched on the other day.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I keep that with me.
Okay. As you're looking at it, a hand reaches around you, grabs it, and you see Olivia pull. She's like, "Ooh, what do you got here? Where'd you get this?"
I found it last night. I kind of, like, grab it back from her. I'm sorry, just... I found it last night.
You found it? Where?
In the woods.
You found a scarf in the woods and you brought it back? It's pretty resourceful of you. All right. I like it. And, you know, it's definitely your color.
Yeah, I think so.
Jordan. Barrett. You arrive at Jordan's house.
Yeah.
Barrett takes it.
What do you do?
You know, when we're in my car,
Yeah, I
you
wanted
notice
to
like
have this conversation here while we're riding.
it's very clean.
Yeah, like
It's
Like a
it
rented
just
car.
got detailed.
yeah.
Like you can smell it. All the surfaces are kind of oily. Like
Yep.
it just got wiped.
Yep.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
The pretty much like the back. There's like a suitcase, a backpack, and some notebooks. And
Yep.
that's pretty much it.
I'm just like kind of sitting quietly, trying to like find a subject to talk about while we're riding.
Yeah.
I'm like, so
I'm like uncomfortably quiet.
yeah. Like, so Barrett, what do you do for work?
Oh well, you know, ex-military, just odd jobs here and there.
No kidding.
Yep.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What branch?
Air Force.
Marines.
Really?
Yep.
That makes sense. I caught that air about you. You've got discipline.
Oh, you could say that.
The Air Force is only a means to an end for me. I got out as quick as I could. I just needed to hit my 1,000 hours in the air, and then I was gone.
How'd you find your way to the church over there?
Life happened.
As it does.
I relocated a couple years ago. I'm from New York, and I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Yeah,
but,
that's fine. I'm fine with not talking.
I thought you might, but yeah. Air Force.
Chat, dude.
I know.
I can't.
Chat, man. Sometimes they're really fucking guessing.
I know. I was trying not to.
You really should watch live at twitch.tv/.
Yeah,
You could distract us too.
You two could join the peanut gallery.
Yeah, exactly.
Signal anyway, yeah, so you arrive outside. Are you driving away after?
Yeah, I we get to your place.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Thanks for the ride.
Yeah. If you need another one, just let me know. And you want my number or something?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
If anything,
If anything weird like that happens again, I can come over and be a bodyguard. I mean, that's what I do.
okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm heading home. Good luck.
All right. See you around, I guess.
I'm just gonna.
What's Barrett's phone number?
0001234.
Yeah, 555.
In this world.
Extension 5.
Yeah.
Extension 5.
The number you have called is not in service right now. Please hang up.
Yeah, Jordan, you watch as his car
Yeah.
pulls out down the road.
Yeah.
And you look back into your humble abode.
First thing I do when I walk in is change my clothes
Absolutely.
and call Natalie.
Okay. Yeah, it rings a little bit. And ring. You know the office doesn't open till 10 a.m., right?
You should be grateful to hear my voice.
Normally I would be, but I was having a wonderful dream. Alright, what's up? What's going on, Mr. Teller? You okay?
I know we're not scheduled for today. Are you free?
I can be. Would you like to come in?
Yeah, I gotta head back to the compound for a little bit, but, maybe I can meet up with you later.
It'll be a little later,
Okay.
if you don't mind. How does 8 p.m. sound?
It's a little late. I got a thing with the church. But, I can come after. That shouldn't be too much
Just
of a
let
problem.
me know. Give me a call.
Sure.
I'll keep the office open.
Okay. I was just reminded of something, and I need to get it off my mind.
Yeah, of course, Jordan.
Okay. All right then. I'll see you at 8.
Of course.
I just hang up.
Yep. As soon as you hang up, ring, ring.
Okay. I answer.
Here. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, Sarah, he actually picked up this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Jordan's been a couple weeks. Thought you moved back to Mars. Hey, you recognize my voice. It's me.
It's James.
You know. He even remembers me, Sarah. He remembers me. Sarah's not even here. I'm just messing
James.
with you. You hear your old boss. The old captain says, how you doing, Jordan? It's been, like I said, a few weeks since I last heard from you.
Yeah.
Everything all right?
Objectively. What is it now? Do you have another offer for me?
It's not always about an offer. Maybe I just want to hear the sound of your beautiful voice.
Then listen back to the tapes.
I thought you'd be a little happier to hear from the outside world. No one else has heard from you.
I moved here to get away from the outside world.
I know, and I will respect that. I'm not going to ask you to come back again. I know you're going to wait until you're good and ready.
Then why are you calling?
Well, when are you going to invite Sarah and I over?
Why do you and Sarah want to come?
Because I want to see my favorite cadet.
Why?
What? Jordan.
James.
We've been through so much together. Maybe I just want to see an old friend.
I understand.
All right. I can hear it in your voice. Maybe we'll give it another week or something.
James, I'm delighted to hear from you. It may not sound it, but I am. Something happened here, and now it's just it's not a good time.
Well, all right.
But we'll get together soon. I promise. I know it's a drive for you to get here, so I wouldn't want you to travel all that way just to deal with me and my moods.
Jordan, I've gone a lot farther for you. A lot farther. And we've been through a lot together.
8 months one way is a long time.
I know. And you put up with me for that long.
And back.
Well, I didn't think past the 6-month mark, I didn't know if I was going to come back alive. I thought there'd be Houston, we have a little problem over here.
Coming back with one less. The airlock just happened to open.
Well, Sarah's appreciative.
Sure.
Sometimes. Listen, when you're ready, just give me your address. I'll pop in. Nice surprise. It'll be the most pleasant surprise of your life. And we're going to show that little dinky town how the rest of the solar system has a good time.
You know I hate surprises.
I know, which is why you got to invite me yourself. All right, I'm sure you got a busy morning. I'll call you later. I know you won't like it, but I will.
Sometimes I don't know if you were my boss or my dad.
Well, I'm just a friend now.
Guess so.
Take it easy, Jordan.
You too.
Click.
I put it down, put the phone down and just
No kidding.
I lean against a wall and just kind of slide down it fuck. And I'm shit, meds. And I go and take a handful of weird, gross, giant pills and then head out to my truck and go back to the compound.
Yeah. Barrett, you going back home?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back home and change my clothes. I open my closet and get a suit that's exactly the same,
Yeah.
and then put it on.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then I open my fridge and take the same half a sandwich that I ate the other day. Well, it's different, but it looks exactly the same.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah. And I take that, I pack it, put it in the backpack.
You're just a sim.
Yeah.
You're just.
It's weird because it's weird because I open my fridge and it is like the same looking sandwich in the same spot it was in before, and I haven't been home since. And I grab it, put
That's
it in my
the
backpack.
big like when you're talking about like if there's analysis videos of the Umbra Initiative show, it's like the iceberg videos.
Yeah.
Partway down, it's just like the sandwich.
Yeah.
This is a parallel dimension because the sandwich appeared in this shape. It was a club, whereas this universe, it's a sub.
Everybody knows he cuts his sandwiches diagonally, but that morning it was cut across.
Anybody who cuts across is psycho.
Well, yeah, I pack it, and then I head back out. I leave, and I go to my overlook spot.
Okay. Yeah. By the time you would arrive, they would not be there because
Ta-da.
you arrive back at the compound.
Yep.
Freshly laundered, looking, yourself.
A little
dry.
cleaner.
Yeah, a little cleaner. And waiting outside in front, you see Miriam, Olivia, and Arabella. And she's like, oh, I call shotgun! And she goes to the front, like, Jordan! She opens the door and sits down.
Morning.
And motions to the back for you and Olivia. Oh, there's a lot, your back bed is, there's a lot of stuff in there. Just like tools.
There's like...
You have to push aside a few rakes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's like shovels and rakes.
Yeah.
A leaf blower and shit back there.
Like to Olivia, I'm like, well, at least we kind of got out of that one.
You just hear like a as the leaf blower in the back is turned on, and Olivia's like, what?
I'm like falling over my shoulder. Shut that thing off!
Can't hear you. Oh my god.
Excuse me, sister. I didn't mean to take the Lord's name in vain there, but she really pisses me off sometimes. Oh, sorry, sister.
Oh, it's quite all right. Shut that thing off, will you? You go to the one grocery store, locally run within Arcadian Haven, titled simply Food and Stuff.
Wow.
Food and apostrophe stuff.
That exists.
Food and stuff is a real thing?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh no. All right, stuff with three Fs.
Are they local to New Hampshire?
I don't know.
Well, you arrive at Food and Stuff trademark. And start when you arrive, there is already in the back a bunch of like in bulk foodstuffs, and you see it's a lot of like produce ingredients over here, and a few like a big case of boxes of broth. Looks like ingredients for a soup of some kind over here. Make an intelligence roll for me, Arabella.
Intelligence? Oh no.
One.
6.
6? Okay. The one helping you out in the front is an individual by the name of Cory.
Carrie?
Young teenage girl, normally a cashier over here. Raven black hair, straight. Dresses in as fashionable clothes as she can. She has this green apron on, but there's lots of pins, like little animals and stuff on it as well. Her hair is pulled back and she's chewing on gum. And she's helping. She's like, yeah, it's over there.
Can you show me?
Kind of walks over and helps you get over there, and Miriam who's beside you, Jordan, just looks over and just says, could you be a dear and take that box for me?
Sure.
Yes, it's much too heavy for me. Picks it up. Yep. And that one too, over there, if you could.
Okay.
That one and that one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I just, last night I've been feeling a little, in the cold for a bit over there, just a little under the weather. Could you get that one over there for me, please?
Yes, sister.
Olivia has not picked up a single box and has instead gone into deeper into the grocery store, into the aisles.
I don't notice at first. I'm just picking up the boxes and loading them much heavier than I can handle. So I'm just struggling. Oh God.
Cherry's like, you got it.
Thank you. I look around for Olivia. I'm just
Yeah, make a perception roll.
12.
12.
You forget your glasses today?
It takes some time as you're running down the aisles, and you kind of missed her at first, but then you see in the frozen food section, one of the doors is open and fogged over from the heat, and you're like, oh, and you look over and she's there. And it's just looking at pizza bagels.
You left me with those boxes.
Yeah.
They're heavy.
Hey, yeah, do you think they'll let me eat this tonight? And she just pulled a little box of 68 count pizza bagels.
Depends if you have money.
You can spot me, right? I'll share. That's 34 pizza bagels you could have. They're mini.
I look at them and then look back.
She says, you know what they're cooking tonight, right? She looks past the door, makes sure no one's around. Mother Adele's making her special signature soup.
That sounds great.
No, it's the worst tasting thing ever.
Oh,
Do you remember the last time? Brother Lewis was out for a week. A week.
Actually saying this, I'm remember this.
Oh, thank you. Goes, you check out. As you go to check out, Kenzie's there.
Just
She scans it through. Never. Looks over, she could put the code in. She just tries to scan it again. Rings it out. You get brought to the back, where Miriam has take the last box. That one, could you actually move that one to the side? I don't like it shifting in the back over there.
Sure. Trying to hold composure, but obviously getting annoyed. It's kind of coming through in my tone.
Oh, thank you so much. You're such a dear.
I get that a lot.
I'm sure you do.
I make Olivia hold the stuff behind her back so Miriam doesn't see.
Yeah, you have make a presence roll.
Jeez. 3.
You are your eyes keep darting over to Olivia as Miriam's oh, where were you two? And a complete non-distracted. Even Jordan, you see that they're clearly hiding something.
Yeah.
Between, and Olivia's moving to the side with the plastic bag.
You can hear the bag.
Yeah, rustling. She says, oh, what did you get?
What did we get, Olivia?
Stuff. Just throws it in the bag. Oh, what kind of stuff?
Yeah, what kind of stuff, Olivia?
I'm just watching with a smirk, watching this all unfold.
Obviously a bad lie.
Yeah. The stuff that we need at the place. Jordan knows what we need, and he told me to get it.
Yeah.
Don't pull me into this.
Miriam walks over to the truck and looks up. It's a little too tall for her.
Uh-huh.
She's like, Jordan, can you be a dear and see what they, get the bag for me, please?
Already expected to.
Go up.
I'm staring at Jordan
Olivia's in the corner
we're both please.
She opens it.
Please.
Well, I see. puts it down. Well, I hope a few of those don't go missing tonight.
Well, if they do, we'll just look the other way.
Of course. Let's all remember that we have a wonderful meal to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be really good.
Mm-hmm. Now let's go. So, would anyone like to do anything before this little event?
No. While we're building up or whatever, Jordan does the typical like landscaping and whatever that he always does there daily.
Yeah.
Rakes and leaf blows and whatever. And
if you don't do anything specific, Arabella, you're asked with Olivia and some other of the sisters to help prepare, like in the cafeteria, like in the kitchen area, like batches of these large tubs of this soup. And you see Adele kind of just like chopping up produce and everything, looking, elated to be able to make her special soup. And you see like at one point, she goes up to one of these large pots. She's like, has this box of like kosher salt. Just pouring way too much.
I'm like with Olivia, like, we have to do something. We have to make this edible.
It's too late. It's too late. The town's done for. Just like every month it's done for.
I mean, what if we just replaced that one? We should have gotten canned soup.
From the time that they were shopping, I'm set up on my ridge.
Yeah.
I have the sniper in the exact same spot in those two divots with the stand and those two divots on the hill.
Mhm.
Just laying down, waiting. Kind of like I realize that like both of them aren't there because I don't see them moving around. I'm just sitting there eating my sandwich, looking through the scope.
Yeah.
It's the same sandwich.
Yeah, it's the same. It's like a turkey and cheese sandwich. It's the same sandwich.
What a piece of work.
Yep.
It's like every time you take a bite, it like comes back.
But eventually when I see them come back, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Like
Time to
focus.
shoot.
Yeah. Right as like you're focusing, you see Jordan backs the truck in and they start unloading.
Mhm.
Well, Jordan, Olivia, and Arabella start unloading as Miriam goes inside.
piece of work.
You hear
Mhm.
make a perception roll.
Perceive this.
20.
Nice.
20.
Mhm.
You hear someone approaching.
I'm still looking through the scope. I like stop chewing.
Yeah. You hear all right, this is more like it.
Up here again, huh? Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
They got enough help for right now. You see Angelica walk beside you. And just standing over, it's... Fortunately, with your position, a very clever position behind a lot of brush over there, but a perfect vantage point. Her standing tall like this, and especially in her like black garb, might be a little... like if somebody was looking for you,
Yeah.
might be able to see, but
Yeah.
she seems confident that, where she is.
You know they're gonna see you up here one day.
Oh, you afraid they won't see you?
Afraid they will see me.
Too late for that.
I kind of just like put the sandwich down on like the plastic next to the sniper and just get up, like stand up.
Yeah, she leans against one of the the rock wall itself. And she reaches into her dress and pulls out a pack of cigarettes. Just, I forgot my lighter.
Yeah, I got you. I take out a cigarette of my own, light hers.
Trade you. She gives you one.
Yeah, thanks.
Gotta look out for those redhead smoking nuns.
Yeah. Amen and goddamn.
We're going to hell, dude. Sheesh.
Shut the fuck up.
You notice that she has a small bag, almost like a square lunchbox around her shoulder, slung behind her. She says, "So, Why come up here again? Got all access down there.
It's better for them not to see me.
Why's that?
No, I can't tell you.
I know. Just thought I'd show some interest. It's the polite thing to do, right?
I guess. I was like, I go and like grab my sandwich, have that in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
Yeah.
It's like going towards the trees, just like leaning against the trees with her.
She says, I mean, it's not like I'm worried or anything. If you wanted to kill us, I think you would have done so already. Meaning you're waiting for something. And I wonder if that little something is going to be even more terrifying than that gun of yours.
You're too smart for your own good, you know that?
I might think of that as a threat. Careful what you say.
Yeah, well, I can't promise how things will turn out.
She walks closer to you. She gets right up in your face. Cigarette hanging out of her mouth. And she steps away. All right. One of those lone wolf, I do what I want types, or...
I wish.
I know, you're just a little puppy.
It's like squint my eyes at her. What would that make you?
Oh, that's a good question. Think of you as a beautiful fox. A fox and her hound, am I right? She starts walking away. She takes a cigarette out from her pack and puts it on a rock. Says, I just wanted to come up and say hello.
Oh, well, the company is nice sometimes. I just kind of walk back to my gun, take a kneel down.
She doesn't say anything. She walks off.
We don't call the cops around here. Apparently.
There's like one cop.
All right. Anything else before we get to the event? All right.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
So.
I lied. I want to do one thing.
Okay.
I take.
shoot her.
I try.
It's always an option.
Oh my god. Base, I'm taking the shot.
Wait, what?
And that was the Umbra Initiative. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Just shoot and the ferret comes out of your gun.
Oh my god.
Actually, want to go around with Olivia, and I'm like, so I think we might have a pet, but you can't say anything.
Is it Mr. Teller?
Well, no.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Wait. I like motion her to follow me, and I try to go up it like back into the room where I thought the ferret last was, and I go like down to my room and check to see if the ferret's there.
Yeah, kind of looking around. Make a perception roll, or investigate.
Investigate. That's something. Wow, I have investigation.
Whoa.
Who would have thought? 12.
12?
14.
14. Yeah, you're looking around. You don't really see any sign. You're confident that you checked like a significant amount of places, like under crevices, under beds, like in between cushions, in drawers, like anywhere. You don't see any sign. Olivia's. At first, she seemed pretty excited, like, oh, this is different, this is new, and then about 10 minutes down the line, she's like, okay, yeah, wow, great pet, awesome.
I swear.
Wow, look,
it's
there it
here.
is.
No.
Wow, right over there, it's flying. It's got like 40 eyes.
I like kind of like smack her arm.
I got it.
Well, we just need food, right?
Sure.
I like go in and I get a bagel bite.
No, not the bagel bites. Use the soup, it'll kill some of the rats too.
No, I don't want to kill. It's a ferret. It's a ferret.
A ferret?
Yeah.
Do we have are there wild ferrets in New Hampshire?
Apparently, I don't know.
Wow.
I haven't really checked.
Learn
That's a good
something new
question.
every day.
But it keeps running around this place, and I think that it's a little bit fond of me.
Oh, okay. I mean, what's not to be fond of?
Thank you.
All right, well, let's
get a
leave
bagel
out
bite.
a bagel bite.
Just one.
Puts it, you have like a little, like, a bowl.
Yeah.
Just put it out. Where are you putting it?
I put one like under my bed.
Okay.
And then I'm like, just one more, and I go out into the living room and I put a bagel bite underneath the couch.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Episode like 30 is finale of season
Bagel
1.
bite's gone.
The bagel bite is like mutated. You're lucky you forgot about me.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
Turns into
That's
a
all I do.
Ninja Turtles villain.
It's pizza time.
Oh no! Pizza time. Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. Okay. So yeah, you leave out the
Yeah,
the
that's what I
the
do.
bait.
I leave food out for
Okay.
Ferret.
Cool. So this event. So who's attending? Obviously Arabella. Are you two going at all?
Yeah.
You go?
Well, how late does it run?
It's about 5 o'clock. It starts.
Yeah.
And so the way this event works, it is a popular event in Arcadian Haven for the sole purpose that there aren't a lot of things to do in Arcadian Haven. As a result, people will take any excuse they can to gather around. The Order of the Entia Relinquere like to set up a, not so much a soup kitchen thing in the community center, for the poverty level in Arcadian Haven actually is very, very low. There's no like actively homeless people under here. Again, it's more of a way to bring the community together with some good food, and some people will come along bringing their own food, like a little like a town potluck almost.
Okay. Yeah.
Like bagel bites.
Bagel bites. You guys pull up, entering into Arcadian Haven's towards the southeast is where you find a lot more of the government, more like official and historical buildings. The southwest side, which you guys have been before, where food and stuff, all of the one shopping plaza, everything over there, that's where things are a bit more modernized and commercial, whereas over the southwest, the buildings are a bit older, more rustic, not degraded, but not modernized. The town hall building itself is this square two-story building made of this sort of yellowish brick that stretches on throughout this street and a little bit around the corner. There is a playground outside of it with a basketball court. One of the hoops is busted down in disrepair. The building itself looks a bit old. Both double doors are open. There's a handicap ramp leading up to it with about 3 or 4 steps leading into there. In the front, it says Arcadian Haven Community Center. And the entire building has that gray carpet, that very fine gray carpet, with glass doors leading into the lobby. You see there's a reception area, and down the hall there's 2 hallways in like a large capital T shape, filled with meeting halls and whatnot. And one of the largest halls has been opened up. The double doors opened, and people are already there by the time you guys are there early. Kind of, the back of your truck is set up with all of the massive pots. A bus has arrived into the compound to take everyone else there. This happens once a month. The town kind of sends over a large school bus to pick up the nuns and bring them over.
That just struck me as funny for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It made me laugh.
But yeah, people are already there, just citizens around. You see familiar faces, mostly familiar faces. It's very rare that you would see a new face over in Arcadian Haven to begin with. Whether or not you've interacted with them is a whole nother story. You see some people of note. I don't expect you guys to remember it right away. You see Truman Romanek, the security guard over at the Arcadian Shopping Plaza. This sort of buzz cut,
Write him in.
long red beard.
That's Truman,
Yep, Truman.
and he's the shopping mall security.
You also see a individual by the name of Lionel Hitchens.
Lionel sounds familiar.
He is a handyman by trade, very similar to Jordan in terms of your occupation at this time, though sticks more to the commercial districts around Arcadian Haven. He's always wearing flannel as his big gut. You see him at the bar.
I was gonna say, was he the guy from the bar?
Yeah, he's not Anderson, the
Right,
individual, just another patron.
Did
of
Lionel
the
own it?
Death Adder.
Was he the owner?
No.
What happened?
Someone followed.
Thank you for the follow.
Oh, thanks.
The sounds like won't turn
Yeah.
off for some reason.
I don't
That
know.
sucks.
I can't turn them off. I don't know why.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, as long as we're not popular, I guess.
Wow.
Damn.
Um,
Boom, self-roasted.
oh, you're thinking of Lionel Creed.
Yes.
Yes.
He's the owner of the
Yep,
bar.
there's
Oh.
2 Lionels in town,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
shoot. Okay.
Lionel 2.
and
is-
both of them frequent the bar,
Oh, great.
because one's the owner.
I'm calling that guy Lionel 2.
And Arabella, you would recognize this person first and foremost. You do see Jessica Hitchens, Lionel Hitchens' wife. She is the librarian over at the Arcadian Haven Library. She is in her wheelchair. She has a blanket thrown out over her legs, her lower body. She's been in a wheelchair for as long as you can remember after an accident when she was young. Very, very nice person. Always beams up when she sees you and asks how you are and whatnot. Those are just a couple of people kind of walking around. The nuns enter and start setting things up. And as you all are kind of talking amongst each other, stepping through the door, you hear the clattering of something as a cart is being rolled in. And you see an individual, older gentleman. He has a sort of sagging face. See his body kind of trailing behind him on the left side. A little bit of drool, a little spittle down his face over here. His eye is sunken in. You wonder if he can even see out of it anymore. Looks a little cloudy in its blue hue. And you see Peter Baskins, owner of Peter's Pawnings, the pawn shop in Arcadian Haven. And he's rattling in this nice cart of fine china. As he shrouds it in, Mother Adele, who's there, kind of organizing everything, looks over and claps her hands together. He's like, oh, Peter's here. Good. He has the dishes over here. He gratefully decided to lend us these for the event. And I think it looks very nice. And you do see the china's, it's old, of course. Not in the best of conditions. Some of it's chipped, but it has this sort of white hue with this intricate blue webbing design around it over here. And as he comes in, and both of you make insight's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Make insight rolls.
Somewhere.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
insight.
As these
I don't.
as these characters are pulling up, I'm still observing
Okay.
from my spot. I'm just taking mental notes of all these different characters.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
'cause I
remember
said
this
I
is
had
in
good
town.
Shit before I rolled.
Oh, you're right.
It's unfortunate. I don't even have a lucky.
Total?
9.
11.
Yeah. You've seen Peter around before, and he just looks grumpy. Always
I
grumpy.
was gonna ask if that was normal.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, could I have the last name again?
Baskins.
Baskins.
Like that bitch Carol.
So I guess I'm gonna try and stay on the outskirts of this event.
Okay,
Not
like,
really interacting.
on the across the street or something, or
Yeah, trying to not be spotted.
in your car.
Like-
It's like,
Yeah.
okay. Make a stealth roll.
Are you trained? Did you take the scarf?
Oh,
Oh,
23.
that would have been nice, huh?
23.
Yeah.
All
I got nothing to worry about.
Feeling pretty confident. There's
I got
there
none.
are cars parked along the wall, and you're, like perfectly parallel parked between, and you just
give it to me sometime.
very casual.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
As he wheels in, he sort of turns to the side, and
Or treatment.
Jordan, high or low?
Hi, always.
Low.
Ooh, never mind.
This
Low.
Comes over and
you feel as you're talking to whoever
Yeah.
you wish in front of you.
Just
The
BS.
cart bangs in front of you and behind you, and kind of almost topples you forward, and you hear, "Hey, get out of my way! Didn't you see I'm pushing over here?"
Yeah. I.
Peter doesn't wait for your response. You can still respond, of course, but he
Yeah.
like, just kind of pushes towards Mother Adele with their cart.
Clutching my drink a little tighter, I step aside and exhale. Remembering Natalie in my head telling me not to hit people with bottles.
Yeah.
And kind of grit a little bit and let it happen.
Yeah. Mother Adele approaches him and starts talking, and then asks you, Arabella, to come over. Says, child, come here, please. Could you help Mr. Baskins here set up?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'd love to.
Yeah, he looks over. He says, "Be careful with it."
I'll be very gentle. Thank you for letting us use these.
He looks over and starts emptying stuff. He walks away with some plates, and some bowls, and Mother Adele kind of like intercepts between and kind of leans in and just says, "Child, could you please make sure that Mr. Baskins here feels comfortable at this event? Talk to him a bit, make him feel welcome, and you know, he has a reputation around here. And I have a feeling he might be sitting alone today, and let's try and avoid that."
Yeah, I'll try to introduce him to some other people. I mean,
I think
I'll do my best.
Right. Thank you. She pats you on the shoulder and goes off to get the soup.
Yeah, I try to make conversation with Mr. Baskins.
Yeah, he's setting up bowls, and
I'm like following him, like setting up like table settings, like following him with like the fork or like the spoon or
yeah, he sets up like the plate and then a bowl on top, and then you put the utensils on, and he works a bit slow. You see at one point there's like there is a child already sitting at the table. It's kind of like bored, kicking their feet. The audience recognizes them. It's a young like teenage girl. She's wearing her like cap
Gonna say
backwards.
a sun hat.
A string of dyed hair, kind of turning that greenish hue. We see Laura Harch kicking behind and just like looking bored, like we see hanging out. She's wearing shorts, and there's like a slingshot that we see just dangling outside her back pocket, like. And Peter walks up and says, "Get out of the seat! I'm setting the table, twerp!" She's just like, "Twerp? What are you talking about, old man? You stupid freaking..."
Thank you, Mr. Baskins. I can, move her. You just continue setting the table.
Looks looks at you and make a persuasion roll.
Oh no! Okay. 17.
17? Looks at the kid, looks at you. Laura looks at you. Kind of hand reaching back like a spaghetti western, like ready to grab the slingshot. Yeah.
I'm just like in between, like just like.
He's. All right, fine.
Thank you.
Better not slow me down, though. Walks over and
Wouldn't dream of
skips
it.
Laura. So we're just like, I could have handled him.
I would rather you didn't.
Yeah, whatever.
I could have taken him, man. His ass was grassed.
Jordan,
Yes.
you doing anything specific here? Just mingling?
Eating the soup.
Yeah, the soup has not been served yet.
Just staying close to my truck.
Okay.
Kind of sitting there having a drink, just watching everything happen.
Yeah,
kind of staying quiet.
People pass by and like nobody like ignores you or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like you see people who like go to the bar and stuff who recognize you.
Yeah.
Just like, hey Jordan, how are you?
Yeah, I just kind of greet people, but I'm not really having conversations.
Yeah, they like the latest is small, like, oh, that's Storm, huh? You know?
I got stuck out in it. It was,
that sucks.
yeah, car trouble. You know.
You know, and then they head inside in there, and you're an announcement. The soup is ready. Everything's being served. You know, there's a whole table of other dishes out, but nobody's touched it. Mother Adele has had this aura of like, all right, it doesn't begin until, you know, everyone has my soup. Very proud of it.
Yeah.
And you know, people sit down. It's like almost like a big like Thanksgiving dinner the way it's set up. There's about 36 people that have shown up. They're out here, and other people just cycling through. Not everybody. The people who are sitting aren't the only people here, and there are people outside. Just an excuse again for everyone to get together and just kind of talk about their week.
Yeah.
Both of you, if you partake in the soup, make a fortitude save.
Oh man. Sure.
I look at Olivia. I'm like, look down at the soup. I look back at her. I'm like, like.
Yeah, she's like. Oops.
How close am I, like, sitting to, like, where's Mother Adele?
Maybe like 4 chairs down.
Oh, shoot.
She's not eating the soup. She's just like standing like, I hope everyone enjoys this blessed meal. You know, gives a little prayer. People, you know, they oblige and everything.
I'm like, please make sure the soup won't kill me.
Don't get the soup sickness.
Soup sickness. I, like, slowly, like, eat it.
Yeah, here goes
Taste
nothing. Okay.
What do we roll? I'm sorry.
Fortitude.
13.
13.
Okay. 26.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Damn.
You both are okay. It's you're like very salty. You're not sure what the vegetables in there are anymore. They kind of
There's so much.
congealed
Overboiled,
into
yeah.
it has this interesting texture of like the way bubble wrap feels after you've popped it. Like it's just, but then you fill it with like water. Like it's just not. Everyone's like, everyone on the table is like, oh, thank you so much, Mother Adele. Peter Baskins at like the far end of the table.
No.
There's like 2 seats that are empty beside him. Like nobody's around this dude. He just.
Can I go sit beside him?
Oh, I was just waiting for him to blurt out, "This soup sucks."
he doesn't say anything.
Wow.
And you stand up and you start walking down. Make a perception roll.
His contempt for humanity overpowers the bad taste of the soup. His disdain for people is more bitter.
Perception, you said?
Yep.
22.
22. You see, as you pass Sister Miriam, and you see, and Olivia's sitting next to her. And under the table, like there's like the white cloth, but you can see like between them, there's just like this bag of somehow they cooked these ahead of time, like these bad pizza bagels that they just hand off to each other.
As I'm walking, can I just like scoop one?
Make a sleight of hand.
Napoleon, give me some of your tots.
Yeah.
No, wait, get your own.
10.
10.
I'm like.
It's everyone around can see you. Mother Adele seems a bit distracted.
Yeah.
But you're like. Yeah, and you make your way towards Peter.
Mm-hmm.
He's just slurping his soup.
Mm-hmm.
What a phrase.
Yeah.
Slurping the soup.
Slurping his soup, man.
Sounds like a euphemism. Yeah, I sit beside him.
Yeah, he just stops for a second and then just continues.
I kind of like, sort of, I'm just like basically playing with the soup and like putting it up and then just like, just
swallowing
it.
it.
Like,
There's like a chunk of something.
yeah.
Is that chicken? No, it's not chicken.
I don't think we bought chicken.
After some silence,
Mhm.
he speaks up. He says, "Do you like the china?"
It's very beautiful.
It's good. Silence. He says, yeah, some may say it's wasted here. But, it feels like it's more of a waste if you keep it in a display.
I agree. Using these beautiful plates with all of our friends and family, it's very warm.
Yeah. Friends and family.
You know, it's hard when we're such a little town. It's good that we have days like today. You know, get everyone together. Catch up.
Yeah. Really reminds you of your place in this town. And you just see him look. The seats in front of him. And the seats beside him. And you notice that there's just this general air of no one wants, there's a bubble around him,
Yeah.
right? No one wants to be around him.
Mm-hmm.
And to someone who doesn't know him, maybe it's because of how he looks. To people who do know him, it's that personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He just goes back to eating the soup.
Well, I'm glad that you're here, Mr. Baskins. When I was young, I don't know if I've ever told you, but I was raised in an orphanage, so there wasn't so much family time, so getting the community together is something that we should all be proud of. It's very difficult to do this, and I think that you've done a wonderful job.
He looks at you for the real first time. I appreciate that. I do. That's, yeah. And he kind of looks a little flabbergasted.
Mhm.
Just like, drops his spoon for a moment. And then you feel something crawl on your lap under the tablecloth.
I like jump and like let out a little, and I'm like,
Yeah, as you pull away, the tablecloth pulls with you, and the soup on him spills.
Oh no.
Right on. And he stands up,
uh-huh.
and he just starts throwing. If everyone
Oh,
looks
no,
over,
yeah, that makes
just
a
starts
scene.
throwing a fit. He's why? Looking at all the stains on his clothing. He's probably didn't look very like clean to begin with, but now it's just this gross, all the sludgy vegetables onto
Yeah.
him. He just here for the china. Why'd I even stay? You quit! Get away from me! I know you'd rather be off doing anything else. And he just starts walking away. Just like this is that silence, that awkward silence in the room. Yeah, he begins storming off.
I kind of like call after him. I'm like, Mr. Baskins, I'm sorry, it was an accident. Please come back. And I just kind of sit there like dumbfounded, like trying to clean up whatever mess was made. Like immediately, like on the floor, picking up.
Yeah, Olivia quickly joins you and like doesn't say anything. Just starts like trying to soak up all this soup that it fell into the gray carpet. It's
Just
sort
like
of
some
darker hue now.
slops, like
Yeah.
I approach her.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't take it personal, kid. That guy's a dick. You tried your best.
Everyone has their reasons. We just don't know his. And I like continue like trying to clean up and like I look under the table to try to find out like what.
Yeah, you see under the table a white ferret. Just looking at you, and then like a little bit of like this like vegetable like is under the table from the soup, and it just looks over and licks and recoils back. And...
I like look around. I like put a napkin over it, and then I like scoop him and
yeah,
like
you scoop the ferret.
try to run outside. I'm like, Olivia.
Make a stealth roll.
Oh, sugar.
How'd you get that under my sheet? That was weird.
It doesn't matter what campaign it
roll.
is.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Got the hero point.
It doesn't matter what dice I use.
It's true. It's true.
Man, you know what? I will use
I'll say, I'm
hero
supposed to
point.
All right, go ahead.
I need to keep the ferret safe. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
Add 10.
Add 10.
Oh, I rolled a 5. 15 plus my stealth is... Oh, I have
21.
good stealth. Yeah, 21.
Okay. Yeah, you feel pretty confident that you've hidden this ferret under
Good
your armpit over here. Now Olivia is like, yeah. Follows you out. Follows you outside from, hey, what's that? What's up? Or unless you want to stay inside, or like,
No, I like
another
go out.
hallway or something.
Yeah, I like go outside.
Okay.
And I like look around.
Hey, what did you what happened back there?
Well, I like lift the napkin and I'm like, this crawled on my lap. And it startled me.
She reaches and just grabs the ferret right out from you, just like, oh my god, just out in the open, just like, oh my god, that's so
Down.
I love you, I love you, I love you.
yeah, exactly. Just like, oh, sorry, what's its name? The ferret just
I like
suffocated.
try to like take him back.
No.
We have to hide him for now.
Oh, he's so cute.
I know.
Why is he here?
I have no clue.
I thought he was back at the.
I thought so too.
Well, who cares now? Oh, he's looking. You kind of just reaches in, just starts, like, the ferret looks a little scared now of Olivia.
I like kind of like only put his like head out to be pat, like
Yeah.
because she's so rough. I'm like,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
no, yeah.
We should name it though.
I agree. You should name it.
I like look at him and I'm like, what do you think?
Don't ask me. Sounds
Give
like a
me
player.
a name.
Sounds like a player.
Give me a name, damn it!
I don't want that pressure, said the GM. It's almost like I name everything else.
I like look him over. Does he have any defining features, or is it just like
He's-
white?
Yes, Jordan.
Do you have something you'd like to say?
Nope.
Class.
Nope.
So the base color of this ferret is white, like white furred. However, it has these sort of streaks and little patches of hues of black on its forehead. Is that more prominent black marking, like on its fur, and it's a little larger than most ferrets. And I say larger, more like longer. It looks like an adult ferret in that regard over here. And it's strange. The now that you've seen it a bit more now, this ferret has this heightened sense of animation to it. Like, it has expressions in a vague sense. Like, when it's happy, you can almost looks like it has muscles that it shouldn't have. Not in so much a creepy way, but
like more expressive.
exactly,
than normal.
100% more expressive. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, the only time you saw it was when it was glowing, so.
I guess. What should we call you? I guess we'll think of a name later.
You can't rush these things. You know, right? You don't get a nice little name.
We'll think about it later. But first we have to make sure nobody catches him with us.
Okay, I have my backpack.
Oh, perfect.
So he runs off into the bus and grabs it. Just a small pack. Dark blue color. There's like a star keychain hanging from it. And she hands it over to you. And it's about one big pouch and then a
little
smaller.
front, yeah. Okay. I kind of put the bag up next to him and I was like, you can't be seen. And I kind of motioned for him to get in the bag.
It doesn't get in. Just looks up at you. And,
if you get caught.
wait, hold on. Olivia runs to the building and comes back with a little pizza bagel. Puts it in. And immediately the ferret jumps in.
Oh, thank goodness. I I don't zip it up all the way.
Yeah.
But I keep it, yeah.
Just freaks him out.
Starts talking. What the fuck?
You don't do that!
Yeah, I keep it unzipped. And I kind of hold it with me. And I'm like, okay, later tonight, come into my room and we could think of a name for him. Her, it.
I didn't check. Okay.
Okay. But let's act natural when we go back in there.
Natural. Understood.
Alright.
Alright. Made a presence roll.
Arabella does the same. She's like,
Yeah.
11.
3. You guys don't act natural.
Shit.
Just come in with this backpack. Now you're constantly looking at the backpack. Olivia
Amazing,
every so often
amazing.
unzips the backpack. Hey, how you do? Talks into it. Huh?
I heard a noise.
Did someone follow?
Cory.
No, I bought a hoodie.
Hey.
Oh,
Hoodie.
boy.
Oh my God. You too can buy a hoodie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you too can buy a hoodie.
it was surprisingly cheap.
Or a t-shirt, or a hat, or a beanie.
And so easy.
Dude, this hoodie was
He did it in 1,
$25.
2, 3.
All you have to do is click that link right there,
Yeah.
and it'll bring you to our tip and
Yeah.
merch store.
Sorry,
That's-
not to derail the whole show here, but
No, that's fine.
If you like
gotta plug.
ferrets,
Shilling's good.
Gotta
you'll
plug,
like
yeah.
our shirt. There's no correlation.
See, we'll be at a convention, and then you can approach us with a Umbra Initiative shirt, and I will literally shit your pants.
he'll take your pants
It's a
and
free
shit
magic
them.
trick.
Yeah, it'll be
Anyway.
amazing.
Put that away so I don't get
And-
distracted again.
All right.
I wanted to do that while we were on air.
Would anybody like to do anything else before?
I'm gonna get out of my car.
Okay.
Just open the door. I'm gonna kick my briefcase under the car
Okay.
and close the door and just lean against the car and start smoking. Just smoking a
Yeah.
cigarette.
All right.
Just kind of watching the commotion.
Yeah. As opposed to when people would pass Jordan,
Yeah.
nobody really says anything when they kind of look over to you at first, and
The fuck?
maybe someone will be like a howdy.
Yeah. I'll wave.
But nobody really knows you.
Yeah.
Right.
Who?
Everyone's like, "Who's the cop?"
Yeah.
Who's the narc?
Yeah, I'll just have a cigarette and watch
Yeah.
everyone eat their soup.
Good soup.
Anything for you, Jordan? Or?
Please, sir.
Nope. Just kind of lightly mingling, kind of keeping my distance and watching the show.
Yeah.
Checking my watch every so often, looking for the time.
Yeah, the event. So, while people like to linger on throughout the night, the main event itself starts to, it dies down, and after maybe about an hour or 45 minutes, give or take. It's starting to be about the 7 o'clock mark. Excuse me. The nuns, sisters begin to pack things up, and you're asked to start cleaning up and whatnot. As things are starting to wrap up a bit, Mother Adele comes over to you, Arabella. Says, well, thank you for trying your best tonight with Mr. Baskins.
I thought that he might have had a good time for a second.
No, we take what we can get, and you've done well. She motions over to this large pile of unwashed, like unused china. She says, could you bring that to his shop?
Do you think that that's a good idea? He seemed pretty mad at me.
Well, I don't want him to be missing his items here. I think maybe he would appreciate not having to come back here to retrieve them. And we'll wash the rest back at the compound and bring it to him then. But
Okay.
for now, if you don't mind.
Sure. I'll bring him the rest of his china.
There's a few boxes. He came over prepared. There's about 2 large boxes, and you even look inside one of them and you see there's like crystal like decanter in one of them. Like there's some like really nice stuff in here, and as you go and you pick it up, it's pretty heavy.
Does he still have the cart that he was?
Yeah.
I like try to like load them on the cart.
Yeah.
And
That's
like
over
wheel
there.
them.
Of course, Mother Adele flags you down, Jordan.
Naturally.
Mr. Teller?
Yes.
One last favor for the night, and I promise not to bother you with extraneous activity for at least one day.
It's never a bother. What do you need?
Thank you, Mr. Teller. I don't know if you noticed before, but Mr. Baskins had a bit of an accident.
Yeah.
Departed. But he did leave behind a few of his items, and they're very nice, and I would hate to have them linger here. So I asked Arabella to bring them back to his shop. If you would be so kind as to help her.
Sure.
Thank you.
I find Olivia. Or
Yeah.
oh, never mind. I don't.
Okay. You never find her again.
Yeah.
She's gone forever.
Yeah.
Lost in the crowd.
Lost in the void.
All right. So, 2 of you kind of pack it into your truck.
Mhm.
These 2 boxes, cover them up, and his shop is in the more commercial district, the south western part of Arcadian Haven. Barrett, what are you doing?
As I'm leaning against my car, I see them loading up the truck and just watch them drive away. I was like, I can't sit still for a minute, can I?
Shoots out tires.
You ain't going nowhere.
For a second, once they're gone, I consider walking into the event. But I don't.
Kind of like, you're like, it's, the sky is starting to turn that pinkish, orange hue over here. It's starting to get dark, and as that darkness kind of moves over you, the lights inside just seem a bit brighter and warmer. And you just see you kind of turn to it and then turn away as you go back into your car.
Yeah. And I follow the truck.
Okay. So, takes a little bit of time, but as you arrive, night has pretty much fallen onto Arcadian Haven. And you park outside this off street. There's one residence up the street from over here, but it's sort of down this dead-end street. You see this rickety, one-story stone wood building. Looks like it was made a long time ago, and hasn't been updated in a long time. There's a lot of stuff outside that was... It looks a little neater than you've seen before, having passed through this place very rarely throughout your day. Usually stuff is thrown out in the front of like as a display, but because of the storm, maybe it was brought in and the stuff is brought back out. Just a lot of in front. It's more like furniture that has been pawned off, like rickety rocking chairs. There's one sofa. Everything has like stains, and the cushions maybe a little ripped. It's used goods, for certain. And you see a sign out front, this wooden, rustic sign swinging on 2 chains. It just says Peter's Pawnings.
I should probably go in first.
Is it open?
He's usually here.
All right.
Oh!
What?
I like take my backpack off, and I like put it in your lap, and I'm like,
Yeah.
take care of him. I like
Take care of
unzip
who? Oh, god damn it. You didn't take... I, like, unzip it open.
Yeah, the ferret pops his head out.
I'm like, what the hell?
He just appeared. That's why I spilled stuff. I just didn't realize he was gonna be with us.
I, like, kind of hold up the backpack. I'm, like, looking at this thing. I'm like, you almost got her killed.
It just turns around and then like goes back into the backpack and then comes back out with like one of those little chopped pepperoni
Yeah.
on top of the pizza bagel.
Yeah.
He likes bagel bites.
As they're talking in the truck, I'm just gonna pull up to the shop in my car and just like pretend like they're not even there and just walk into the store.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys would see somebody pull up behind you
Yeah.
and you see a familiar figure step out.
Like, what's he doing here now? What the fuck is going on in this town?
Ugh.
I hand you back the backpack.
Oh wait, no, I gotta go return the plates. I hand you back to them. We're trying to think of a name.
Me?
Me and Olivia are trying, but we can't think of one. We haven't yet. Brainstorm. I'll be right back. I like open the door.
Yeah.
Are you near the truck?
I'm in the store.
Oh, you already.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Walking to
just
the store.
passed it. Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
Barrett, you enter first, and you can see the window itself. You can't see through the front window. It's so foggy, like it hasn't been cleaned in so long.
Yeah.
And as you open the door, you hear this ring of an old bell, and inside it, you just see a myriad of stuff around you, cluttered. That. To your left, you see a bunch of instruments thrown up along the wall. On the other side, you see all in-case rifles, all of them hunting rifles, like, pitiful in comparison to what you carry. Cases with glass coverings all throughout with knickknacks and trinkets.
Yeah.
And, watches and some jewelry. And the counter space, everything inside, as you noticed, is impeccably kept. Even though there's a lot of clutter, you notice there's a piece of like there's organization to it.
Yeah.
And everything is clean. All the instruments are stringed or like any like brass, like you see like an old saxophone in the corner there is polished.
Yeah.
All the rifles are cleaned. All the like bullets in their proper cases are locked securely, and all the casings are properly cleaned.
Yeah. I'll walk in and I look over the counter.
Yeah, there's like an antique cash register.
Yeah.
There's no like power to like there's no little display or anything. It's an old like shing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Onto there. Nobody's there. The lights are on in here though.
Okay. I'll just go over to where the rifles are and just pretend to peruse.
Yeah. Okay.
Look.
And shing. Arabella, you enter.
I bring or I try to bring like a cart.
Yeah, made a strength roll.
Oh, 15.
Yeah,
Roll.
okay. You struggle a little bit, but you get it off the truck, and you have like the cart ready and start pushing it in.
Yeah. I push it in, and immediately I kind of like call out. I was like, "Mr. Baskins, we have your china."
I don't react.
Mr. Baskins. Do I see him, or are you here? Or are you like?
I'm in the
you'd see
storm. I'm
Barrett.
looking at the rifles. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't react.
There's not a lot of room. There's essentially like as soon as you walk in, there are 2 display like cabinets or counters, and there's like slight room to walk on either side of it. And
so
then,
it's like pretty open.
Yeah, but it's pretty cramped in here, like pretty small.
Like cluttered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'd immediately see.
Yeah.
I don't think the man's here.
What are you doing here?
Has motion to the guns on the wall.
Huh. I see. Have you seen Mr. Baskins?
I just came in, haven't seen him.
Is there like a bell or anything like on his, like
Yeah. There's definitely
ding,
one
ding.
of those old like hotel
Yeah,
bells. Yeah. Ding 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 ding. Ding. Nothing.
Need some help with that stuff?
Well, I will once Mr. Baskins comes to take it. He's usually here. Did you?
I just kind of say in a louder voice, I'm like, just like, "Hey, old man!" I just kind of yell like to the back of the counter.
Mm-hmm. You don't hear anything.
I wonder if he didn't come back here.
This is a shop, yeah?
Yeah, well, we have a community day, every month, and he was there, and he was kind enough to lend us this china. Unfortunately, I had an accident, and, he ended up spilling a lot of things on him, and he wasn't very happy with me, so I came to return the dishes and apologize.
Okay, well, the lights are on, the door was open.
Jordan,
Yes.
you hear a rustling inside the backpack.
Okay. I unzip it,
Out comes the ferret
of course.
onto the dashboard,
Yeah.
frantically looking around.
Going on, little guy.
Runs to the passenger window and just bashes against it.
Like, hey. Relax.
Just on the chair, running around. Yeah.
Are you doing what Barrett said? You trying to show me something? I get out of my truck and go around to the passenger door and open it.
It bursts out and starts running to the shop against the door.
Okay.
And the 2 of you hear scratching at the door.
I walk over to the door and I'm like looking into like my jacket or whatever, and I'm like, I have like an inner pocket. I'm like, come here, get in here.
Looks.
I'm like, we're going in. Get in here. I can't just walk in with a ferret. I'm talking to an animal. Get in the fucking jacket. Yeah, you're just like all rationality.
You can't
like,
understand.
Yeah.
It crawls up your leg.
Yeah.
And into the pocket.
Did I do that with my mind?
It's like.
Yeah. I'm like, settle down. And I enter.
Yeah, and you see Jordan walk in.
Do I see the ferret in his shirt?
You see like a bulge moving inside of his jacket.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, this is a familiar sight.
You were taking a little while. I was checking if you needed anything.
Well, we can't find Mr. Baskins. Do you think it would be appropriate to make sure that he's okay if we look around the back of the shop? Or do you think it would maybe cross a line?
My conscience would be clear just leaving everything behind, but I know yours wouldn't, so
I'll just
if you feel it's right.
I'll take a quick look, and if I see anything, obviously we can help him, and if not, we'll leave these here for him.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
What are you doing here, Barrett?
Again, I just motioned to the rifles on the wall. Trying to buy stuff.
Like, it's almost 8, and you're at a pawn shop looking at guns.
Got a problem?
I thought it was a little weird too, but I don't really know him that well.
Nobody really knows him that well.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
All right, well, good seeing you.
Yeah.
Let's go find the old
You're
man.
like, All right. I like kind of take a step into like wherever the back area is.
Yeah, you guys start walking. You walked into this very narrow hallway. There's this door to the left, and then down the hall there's another door. And as you guys start walking, you feel an even more intense rustling in your pocket, almost ripping at your jacket.
Yeah.
And you look down and you can see, even through the jacket, the material, a faint white glow.
I just continue looking for.
In your pocket.
Once they're in the back, I'm just gonna go like behind the register, like at the register, and I'm gonna use tracking.
Take the cash.
Okay.
He's gonna run the drawers.
So that allows me to use perception, and it acts as the tracking senses power.
Roll check.
Rule check.
Okay.
That's an advantage.
Yes.
Okay. And it's tracking is a power, senses power. Right?
Tracking. It says it acts as the tracking senses power.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Senses. Tracking. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
No.
Natural 19, so that's
Nice.
a 28.
Nice. Holy
God.
shit.
Shit.
Yeah, so you're looking around and it seems kind of normal. Then you look under the counter and there's this large space, like storage space.
Yeah.
And you notice that there's something poking out inside, like a case.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reach for it.
And you pull it out and it's this open, like unlocked hard guitar case, like acoustic guitar cover.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to open it up, look at it over there, and as you're just darting along, with your acute senses, you look down, and you see on the floor there are these scuff marks of like boots, fresh, as if they were just dragged, like a heavy foot, and leads towards the back, almost following the two of them.
Okay. I'm just gonna follow them at kind of a quick pace and head back there and just be like, hey, guys.
As you come up and you say that, out of your pocket, the ferret leaps out
Okay.
and lands in front of you, glowing, illuminating white, and you see a protruding shape on its forehead, this black diamond horn. All of you feel
Fuck. Not again.
your vision swimming. The three of you collapse. And you wake up. And you see glass all around you. The ceiling, the floor, the walls around you, glass. Clear. Streak-free. And through the walls and ceilings, you see a room around you. Vaguely familiar. It's large. Larger than you remember. You see a warped interior of Peter's pawnings. The instruments along the walls, all misshapen, as if the idea of these instruments are there, but the practical application of their design is all wrong. You see guitars where the strings on the neck fan outward. Their bodies misshapen in these contorted unintelligible shapes. You see along one wall where there was this bookcase, you see stacks of books that have nonsensical labels. You try and focus on the text and it's just jumbled up. You couldn't even say letters, just symbols. High above one wall where once you would see this Japanese cheap weaponry, you see these swords that are way too long and curve like fingernails that are too long.
That exists.
Racks of clothing on another section come with extra arm and leg holes, as if someone tried to make them for a person, but you just don't know what a person is. There's a stereo system with the speakers. There we go.
Ooh.
Thank you for the sub.
Thanks for the sub.
These speakers are leaking water like fountains, turned upside down, spraying out and filling over and replenishing. And a case that you remember seeing when you first walked in, filled with wristwatches, instead of having a square or circular shape, all of them triangles. And they're all large. Very, very large. As if you are Jack, who just climbed up the beanstalk. And we start pulling away from the three of you, all laying in that triangular shape. In the center of you is the ferret, also up, trying to coax you all awake as we fade out. We fade away from this container outside of Peter's Pawnings. And sitting in front on one of the rickety rocking chairs is a figure we cannot see, just rocking back and forth. The shop behind them. Another one so soon. Well, let us see how they fare. I hope they do well. If not, well, that's just the way it is. He turns back. We cannot see this figure. Their features completely darkened. Within this Umbra, I wonder what they will learn. And we fade to black. And that's where we end tonight's episode.
Bullshit.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that set piece at the end.
I know.
Oh, that was sick.
All right. If you liked what you see here, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check us out on all of our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything, Podbean.
I'll post the links in chat.
Yep, Google Play Music, Spotify. You can check us out in audio form anywhere you get your podcasts. If you look up The Umbra Initiative by Q-Tap&X, The Umbra Initiative.
Easy.
You find us over here. You can find our VODs on Twitch, also on YouTube. Where on Twitch, unfortunately, they go away after like 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Whereas
Pretty lame.
on YouTube, they're there forever. Go watch them.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Until over there.
We have merch. You can buy our merch.
We have merch. Yep. Also, if you have any business inquiries or collab stuff, you just want to tell us, hey, we love it. You have suggestions, anything like that. Say you don't want to throw it onto like a comment section or whatever. You can email us at our email initiativeheroes@gmail.com.
Yeah, baby.
All one word, initiativeheroes@gmail.com. @gmail.com. That's our
Heroes with an E.
Heroes with an E.
Heroes with an E.
Oh yeah, we learned that
Throwing
last
some
week.
people under the bus.
Not that you guys can't spell, but some of you guys are a little rusty.
One of them was me.
Yes.
Initiative Heroes. We love hearing from you, whether it's criticism, positive feedback, anything like that. We love to hear it.
Yeah. Leave comments anywhere. Say something in chat or email us. Anything from you guys, we love it.
We need your help.
Thanks
You know,
so much.
the algorithms. What was that?
Just a compliment for a great episode.
Oh yeah. The algorithms love it when you hit those like buttons.
They really do.
When
We
you show
love
up.
it.
When you comment.
If you see a button on one of our pages, just click it. It
Yeah.
helps.
Something
That's really
cool
Unless
will
it
happen
says
every
unlike
time.
or dislike. And
Yeah. No, but really, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Umbra Initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stick around. We're doing a raid.
Yeah, we're gonna raid
Yeah,
someone.
baby.
So hang on.
We're gonna be back 6:30 p.m. EDT. Now
Is it EDT now?
Daylight time.
I noticed you.
Daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Eastern time.
Eastern time.
Eastern
At
time, yeah.
twitch.tv/keepshappinx every Wednesday. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.